Happy Wednesday, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you had a good vacation or a good holiday season at least. Um, we're back to having hangouts again. I didn't have one last because I was really busy, but I decided that let me mute somebody because they're really noisy in the background. But there's so as I said, I was couldn't have a hangout last week because I was really busy with prep for the Christmas and so on. But now that that's done, and the New Year's a few days away, but there's not as much prep involved there. We're back to having hangouts. And let's see. I'm going to say hi to everybody in chat first before we get going. Let's see. Hey, Stephen, how are you? Hey, non-fan. Louise, hiding behind Matt German somewhere. Hey, SPC. Let's see what's out there. Treaty Prince for you by Ron. Hey, Ron, how are you? Carl Fenton, how's life over in the UK, Carl? Hey, Shane. Let's see who else over there. Matt German. We'll see Matt in a moment. He's hanging out in the back room right now. Hey, old curmudgeon, how's life? Three people firing up streams. I wonder who is that. Well, I don't know who the others are. Who else is out there? Zamboni girl. Hey, Zamboni girl, how are you? Jeff Hutchins. Hey, Jeff. And we have Micker Viking. Hey, man, how's life, Thomas? Let's see who else out there. Tripod Garage. Hey, John. Okay, so let's see. I have some people in the back room. Let's bring them in and we have a chat. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Oh, Jerry's doing some weightlifting, lifting his that's your which printer is that again?
Hypercube.
Your Hypercube. Yeah, Jerry's getting his workout.
Cables and wires and crap in the way.
There always is every time you move a printer. You have to move. You're not moving the frame. You're moving 50 wires hanging out of it. Just don't injure yourself because I don't want to be like Tim, like DeWitt, and end up having to have a set of 0 to the amount of injuries, and our streams free of injuries. You know.
Everything falls.
I'm doing really good, Thomas. I'm doing really good. I'm actually been off work since last Friday. I've actually got a break from work, and it's actually nice to have it. Oh, here comes trouble. Hey, John.
What's going on?
By the way, I love the work you've done in the garage. It looks fantastic now.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It looks like a garage door.
No, and I've seen the other pictures, so it doesn't look like a garage door anymore. All you need now is epoxy the floor.
I'm not going to epoxy the floor.
Hide that paint stain, epoxy the floor.
Acid wash will take care of that.
I know.
No, I'm not moving any stuff around for an epoxy floor.
Tape off the edges and.
Yeah, and the brother came in and installed the LED light strips behind me or above me, so that helps. I think I'm gonna need another set though. So
you probably from that position you need a light in front of you anyway.
Well,
because the light's over your head, it's not shining in your face, so you probably want one to have something in front of you.
Yeah, I mean the garage door opener lights are on, but you can see the light strips up there.
Yeah, the LED strips, nice.
It's
Yeah, that setup looks good. I like the paneling. It's been a long time coming. We've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Oh yeah, it's been wanting to do it forever. So, but yeah.
Have you done Maddie's corner as well?
What?
Maddie, have you done her corner?
No, no. Her side is over there.
Yeah.
But that's she actually might be moving out shortly, so I'm not touching that side for a while. And that will also have the slat wall as well on there, but that's going to be where all the pegs and hooks and stuff will be to hold like all the gear
for tools and stuff.
Well, extension cords and stuff like that. But
cool.
Yeah,
hey, let me bring screen. So
definitely was a long
Yeah, I'm clipperizing my 5 Plus at the moment. I put in a new board and I put in the BTT board, and I also put in a screen, a BTT screen. I loaded Clipper on it on the Pi today, and I'll be probably building the firmware, doing the firmware to upload it to the printer, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, so you'll see the Congo lasers hanging right there, and then
Hmm.
the other one, I have the spoil boards, waste boards in the top drawer, the Husky cabinet right there. So then I could just take them down and then do it. But yeah, and then this, so all resin and lasers will be done by the window.
And are you going to put? Okay, I suppose since you're in the garage, the fumes doesn't matter because you can just extract. You can just open the
Yeah,
garage door and let it vent out.
exhaust fan
Yeah.
to
Now
extract it all.
resins, you'll need to heat it in the garage though.
What?
A resin, if you're printing in the garage, you'll need to heat it
No.
because resin doesn't like being cold.
Well, it likes being stored cold.
Yeah, but when you're printing with it, you need to be above 25 degrees C.
Yeah. So I get always when people ask about the printer cart there. So I'm like, well, yeah, I made that almost 2 years ago.
Hmm.
So I bought some 4040 extrusions off of eBay. It was used in pretty bad shape,
Hey,
but
Kieran.
and I had that polycarbonate top from just had it or just polycarbonate just sitting around, and I mean, yeah, it came out pretty good. But you can store 4 printers very easily.
Hey, Audra.
But yeah, it's definitely coming
Ay,
along.
ay, ay, ay.
I still have some stuff in the middle to take care of right there, but
What happened? I'm right.
and Bear and
Bears
right
letting us
there,
know he's around.
that's Bear's spot right there. Bear, come here. So, but yeah, it's that's the slat wall right there. That's still, it's I'm not getting rid of it until the project is completely done. This is phase 5, and then Bear is right there. Yeah.
My dog ran out back looking for Bear.
So, hey Bear.
Carl, it depends on your temperature. It does not like the cold though. You resin gets thick as it gets cold, and it doesn't print so well. And the colder it gets, the more failures you'll start seeing. I used to print in the garage, and then I stop in the late fall because it gets too cold. Is that your shows those, Jerry? Oh, DeWitt stickers.
DeWitt stickers came with a Pi Zero.
Oh, nice. So,
I've
yeah,
got DeWitt business card.
I'm going to have to buy some buck converters because I want to wire my Pi into the power supply on my board. So I'll have to solder up the Pi to take the power.
The buck converters that have a little LED on them are very nice. You don't have to get out a meter and mess with the voltage while you turn the pot. You can just click it in. Hey, Karen.
What?
Hey, Kieran.
How's it going, people?
Hey, Karen.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Oh
Merry
crap!
Christmas, Bahambak. It's Bahambak.
Cheers to you there, Trifod, as well.
Yeah, he got the same warm welcome. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I thought that you LED'd your fan on your CR6.
No, that's just the blue light.
Yeah.
That's all. No, I didn't RGB it. Sorry, I didn't quite add the go
It
past
will not be any faster.
No. But it still just chugs along. It does its thing. It's got, it does its thing.
Mine's over there in the it's over there in the corner back or not back there.
Yes, it's off the floor. That's the important thing.
Oh yeah, I have no floor printers.
Yeah. It's unheard of there.
For
John.
now,
Unheard
for
of.
now, add that statement in there. Come on, you have to say for now.
As your channel grows, you'll get more and more and more.
He
I
still
got rid
has room on the benches as well. Look at that space on the bench tops.
I actually got
Because-
rid of 3 printers. Gave 2 to cousins, and my brother just left one today with the printer. So Yeah, I've gotten rid of 3. I mean, I will open up the other CR6 SE box sometime.
Liam, he still has the Kai Wu. He never got rid of it.
What's that?
Liam thought you got rid of your Kai Wu. It's still
Oh
there.
no, I got no. It's actually right there. So it's right next to me because I got a video coming up for Kaiwu. They sent me some stuff. So
Yeah, I've tried working with them. They haven't been responsive. So
well, he could
It is
be a
what it
little sometimes being a little bit overcritical there, tough guy. You are pretty upfront with your comments and critiquing
well, you know what?
companies.
If you're not upfront with your comments,
No, it's true. No, it's nothing. Okay, but
Yeah.
sometimes
Well,
if
they
Gotta shake that
showed
tree once in a
when they
while.
previewed
Yeah,
their new machines, and they showed their belt printer. I give them a few pointers that I saw immediately from the belt printer that other users would see, and they stopped talking to me from that point onwards because they didn't like to be told the truth. So, you know what? That's their decision.
well, I will once it comes out and then I see things, then that's when I'll say something. I mean, it's not like it's okay. I mean, it seems like it's reversed the way that's set up,
Yes,
compared to other printers because you can't really see it printing from that angle.
agreed. That's one of the things I
But
pointed out.
I mean, it's still a prototype. You never know what they're going to do.
I know. That's why I pointed it out at that point, because that now it's time to replace the time to fix it. Don't release a product and be told it's wrong. Get told that something needs to be changed before you release it. Now you're releasing a better product.
Yeah.
That's called working with the community. But if you don't like it, that's okay. I say my piece, and if you don't like what I have to say, even though it's the truth, that's sometimes it hurts, to hear the truth. And I
Nobody
don't pull
likes to be
punches if
told
someone
there's
messes up,
a
right?
corner on a circle.
Sorry, Matt.
Nobody likes to be told there's a corner on a circle.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I've worked with other companies who want to hear what's wrong before they release it because they can improve the product before they ship it. That's
Well,
That's the
right
whole
way to do it.
reason.
But it's also
whole
saying
reason
it
it should be done
on their
that
live,
way.
but it's also on their live
Go
streams
ahead.
is where they're trying to showcase a product, and then
No, I didn't
they're-
say that. That was after the other. That's after they I saw the image.
Delete a comment on chat, guys. On YouTube, delete the comment. I'm not modding on there. I don't have YouTube open.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Back again. Trouble.
No, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's okay. It showed up here in mine, so I
Yeah.
dumped it.
I still haven't worked out what the hell that's for, though. He's
Yeah,
gone.
neither do
Yeah.
I. But it's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it pops up my live stream every week. Seems like.
It's about 3 letters, a dot and 3 letters after that, or
Yep,
whatever. And that's it.
But it's
I
not
don't
just here.
understand.
It's common on anyone's live stream. That always jumps in on anyone's live stream. I see that every week on
It's a bot out
numerous
there
people's.
somewhere that's finding them. Yeah.
No, I tried to just ride the the line, just like any of my other views. I just see what it is. I mean, I don't even ask. I never even ask for products. I did that like I don't know early on when I started doing YouTube. And now it's just that I'm overridden with content to try to create. I took like almost a month, well, not a month off, but this is going to be a video, but just working on the garage. So I haven't even done a video. I'll be releasing one tomorrow, but I already have it all edited. I just have to do the voiceover. I've been sitting on my computer for almost a month. But it's just, when it's live streams, except for certain manufacturers, which I know I'm not going to get their product, I will be very vocal on it. But otherwise, yeah, it's not. And I think you all know that. I mean, but their products actually for their new printers look really good. But it's
if you can't, I understand, but if you can't take a little bit of criticism, you shouldn't be in business because you can't improve your business without some criticism.
Exactly.
And I wasn't being criticized. I wasn't criticizing. I was offering suggestions. I wasn't bashing anything. I was saying, do you ever consider this or this and this? they were ideas, and they're good. That's all they were, suggestions.
Yeah, it was when I was watching I watched the Congrow live stream with that Louisiana hobby guy on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, he didn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
I'm
When I
like,
talked to him, he's
holy
telling them everything
cow.
was wrong with everything.
That's it.
But
That's
here's
it.
the thing about them, though. The one thing I
Oh,
have to
no,
say,
no.
they want to hear this stuff because, and they
Some of them
openly
do.
said, we want you to tell us so we can make it better.
I've
And
never
they
seen
want
those two
support from the
women
community.
before, so they're probably like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
But that's okay, right? They want to hear this stuff, right? That's what they're
not
asking
everyone
for.
does, but
No,
who
I
knows?
agree.
mean, that's the thing is, sometimes when you're on the live stream, they'll say, hey, and some of them be like, oh, we accept all the criticism that you have. I mean,
Yeah, but as for what we do, we have to be honest with them.
oh no,
And
you see my reviews. I'm
I've
bluntly
seen your reviews,
honest.
and you are honest with them in your reviews. Yeah.
But it's um
He had lots
I
of
was
good.
very
Come on,
impressed
he
with
had lots of good
Louisiana
stuff to
hobby
say.
guy that he did what he did, and I mean,
Yeah, but he had
honestly,
lots of good to say about it too.
yeah, he did.
He had lots of good to
He
say
did
about
he
it.
did all the positive, and it's like all these manufacturers make the same mistake putting the control board in front where you can't slide a piece of material all the way through. It sucks, and or one of them uses it as a leg.
Yeah, Shane.
Oh,
Look,
look at this guy, Mr. Spoil Board.
Yep. Spoiled board with butt crack.
Yeah, butt crack. He was showing a lot of crack yesterday. He was like,
Yeah, after a while, like screw it, I don't care.
no,
There
no.
is such a thing as too much crack.
Oh, he's still drilling
Yeah.
too. No, it was seems like everyone's trying to do the Twitch thing. Eventually I will, once I get that darn M1 laser.
They do give counseling for crack.
somebody needs to take a drill off this guy because every time he's on stream, he's got a drill in his hand. I think it's a fetish or something.
Once he drills through his power cable, he'll vanish to be okay.
It's
Yeah,
battery. There's no power cable.
everybody here watching, if you don't know, I finally done a live stream on Twitch the other day. I had Matt on. I've done kind of a little hangout tripod dropped in for a little bit. And Saturday at 1 o'clock, I'll be doing my hangout on Twitch every week, along with other things I do on Twitch. Just got to figure it all out.
Well, you're doing multicasting, right?
I just went to StreamYard and I hit Twitch, will go live. And then I opened up my
Okay.
dashboard on Twitch on another screen. That way it's got all the other stuff that you do. I
Yeah,
just have
because
to
you
learn
could
how to
do
everything.
the multicast, but unless you're trying to get everyone on Twitch. But I'm saying, like when I do my streams, I do it on 3. I set the StreamYard to 3. I do it the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I
Well, yeah, I can do that up to 6 channels, but I've been told by different people that Twitch doesn't want people on YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Yeah, they
Why not?
shunned the idea.
So I'm just going straight to Twitch on live streams, and I'll, do it that
Oh,
way.
guys, speaking of Twitch, I have a Twitch channel. I think I have about 4 people subscribed. So if you're interested, please, if you want to go and do stuff on Twitch,
Nah,
I'm going to start doing more on it. So there's my Twitch channel. Please
We're
subscribe to
hidden.
me.
But what's the
Um,
advantage of Twitch over YouTube or Facebook?
You can monetize
it's more for
faster.
live streams.
Oh, it's about lower benchmarks to hit.
Well, it's all, and the thing is the people can interact with you a lot better, doing drops, doing a whole bunch of other gambling with fake money, stuff like that. Hey,
Yeah.
watch out, Decibel! There was someone stalking.
It's all right.
me.
There's someone
saw it.
stalking me in the back screen
saw
there.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were wearing a
no, no.
screen mask. They were wearing that screen mask with a big knife.
You're lucky. You could have seen a lot more crack than you wanted to in a minute there.
There's my link there, Astro Printer.
Yeah, there's Jerry's.
Yeah, mine's just Tripod's Garage. I mean, I'm not. I'll start it when it'll be once I get those Kickstarter stuff in. Otherwise, I'm not. It's all the same content that everyone else is doing. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing building a 3D printer on there. That's pretty much what my main thing's been doing there.
and it's like, and people, and you've been doing it. A lot of the people that have been doing it right. It's like having another camera on their project as they're working and stuff. Multiple cameras, because like. You see what Loyal does, Chris Perillo and others, they'll have like a camera on a printer as it's going and other things just to, as, people with ADD like myself, I can only focus on one thing at here and there at a time.
Maybe I'll do a hangout then, and what I'll do is I'll have another camera on my IDEX printers working because people like to see IDEX. So
Shane,
I'll have
what's
one of
your
my
channel?
IDEX printers
Throw it
on
up so I
going,
can
and each week
follow
I'll
you.
do a different IDEX.
Or follow whatever they call it.
Otter's
Yeah.
Danger Den.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was switching between him and Zolan yesterday. Yeah, Zolan's like, "Oh, he just did a follow. Really, tripod?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, I'm not on everyone's streams all the time." So,
Yeah, I was on the Reese's stream earlier on.
yeah, I saw that, and
Yeah,
he gets it takes him a long time to get to the unboxing part. It's
Yeah,
like
he's
an
been the
hour of
first-
BS, and then
But-
then he finally gets to it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. He does. His lead in is very long, but
Yeah.
it's-
I ended up stopped watching him because he kept arguing with me over computer stuff, and he was like completely wrong on it. Like,
That's the problem is that he has to always be right. So, and it's like, and then he gets political, and then I just drop off because he loses half his audience. So, I said, there's first off, you don't argue with the people in chat. You try to agree to disagree on certain subjects. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Do you block them? Just
but
kidding.
so
I'm
yeah,
just
but
kidding.
and then during the stream, like I like his overall general content, right? But he was blocking somebody else for doing something that was inappropriate, and then he went on to be cussing and swearing after he blocked the
he
other guy.
swears on every stream, regardless.
It's funny. It's funny.
And I'm like, how does this guy still get so many products and printers and stuff when he's that belligerent sometimes?
He's part of Vine.
I blocked one of his comments. I'm a mod on his channel, and he's like, "Why'd you block that?" I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
He's part of because he's.
Oh, I know
he's
he is,
part of-
but it doesn't
he's
mean
Vine.
that. So, I mean, he's still gets the printers off of that too.
Some of it, yes, maybe.
yeah, I mean, there was some stuff that was really indirect, like the way he deals with trolls and stuff like that. That was hilarious. Just listening to him just deal with those, and there was a lot of people that were on there that were trolls initially, and now they're watching them every week.
I put out a 7-minute video this morning on YouTube. I haven't done one in like a month. It's about the little Bauer Cyclone that I have in the garage out of Harbor Creek. Works great. So.
Yeah, those are great to make, because people don't realize that, I'm just going to hook up my shop vac to it, and then your filter gets clogged after 2 days of using it. In the Cyclone, almost nothing goes into the shop vac, and everything goes into the paint bucket.
You can print one, but for the price, I think I paid $39 for it. You get the lid and the hose and adapter, the hose clamps. It was easier just to go buy it and print it. But yeah,
maybe I'll get one.
And that was at Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's actually not bad because the hose itself would be like $20-$30. So
yeah, I did not know about the Cyclone thing until I started looking at sandblaster cabinets, and that's what they use for the collection is of the dust and stuff is a Cyclone bucket. I'm like, oh, okay.
And they make giant versions of them, all different kinds, but
what do you do? Just mount on a 5-gallon bucket and that's it?
Yeah, watch my video, 6 minutes long.
Yeah, there we go. Now I'll watch.
I will watch it. Don't worry.
Make it.
I will watch it, but I'm just wondering, is that what you do?
Yeah.
I haven't used one.
And that's where Maddie's Craft Corner over there will be a sandblasting cabinet, and an air compressor will be over there.
Yeah. There's a guy.
Media blasting cabinet.
Oh, nice. There's a guy on YouTube that does woodworking stuff, and he makes like his own tools for everything. Matthias Wendell, and he's got all sorts of different designs for making cyclones and rust extraction.
Zach, you'll have to hold on. I can only have 6 people on stream.
I'll
You
drop
want me
off.
to share my video?
I'll drop off.
Are you sure, Matt?
Yeah, sure. I'll pop in back.
Okay, hold on a second, Matt. Zach.
That's the thing that I forgot to do on. This was on the FL Sun. I mean, this thing.
Zach. Lon, look at the head in that. This has to go big full screen. Look at the head on that. Look at it.
That's serious pillow here
This
going
is
on there.
supposed to be Christmas and New Year, not Halloween. Come on, man.
Can't hear you, Zach.
Well, I still work.
Oh, here we go.
I have a job.
Yeah.
Doing better than some people. That's good.
Did the weed whacker win?
That was a snow thrower.
Does everybody want to watch this for 6 minutes? I can play it if you want to see it.
Now,
Sure. Share it up.
It's there. I'll just turn my mic to my speaker, so hopefully you can hear it.
Well, I mean, I'll still
you share it.
rewatch it so
Okay,
you
there
get
it
the
is.
views.
yeah.
Okay, you can just hear now.
Yep, can hear it. Yep.
Yeah, it's intermittent, but it's okay.
Yeah, this
I
was on
don't
the
have
Speed
one. I have a
Racer.
QQ.
It was
but
on
the
the
parts missing.
SR.
Welcome, everybody. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the Bauer Cyclone that I bought at Harbor Freight a few months ago. This isn't going to be an unboxing. It's going to be basically a review and show you,
Hey, Greg.
how it's been working for me over the last few months. When you buy it, it's very simple. You get a lid, an adapter, a hose, and then a little Cyclone. And when we turn the box around, the Cyclone is 12 3/4 tall. It's 7 1/8 wide, and the depth is 6 5/8. It's very simple. And as you can see here on the floor,
Hey, see?
I wanted to match the colors. So I went ahead and bought a 5-gallon Harbor Freight bucket, and I bought additional hose here, which you can see, which is for my MP-CNC. And a problem I had is here a while back, I was running a job. It had been running for many, many hours, and I didn't have a vacuum attachment hooked up because the size of my work was so large. So I opened up the door, took the shop back, started vacuuming things up. Static electricity. I shocked something. My program quit running, and I killed my job. So since the unit itself was
I
sitting,
thought you said he almost killed himself.
I went ahead and I ran the ground cable from the wooden enclosure down to the ground underneath that steel plate, and I grounded out the shop vac. And the hose I bought on Amazon has a metal wire in it, which is bent inside the tube to try to eliminate any static electricity, so that doesn't happen in the future. Here's a supplied hose that comes with the Cyclone when you buy it. I have that hooked up to the shop vac. The original hose I took off for the time being, and I hooked up this additional larger hose, which will, when I get an adapter for my MP-CNC or a different CNC, I will hook that hose up. But whenever I was vacuuming up sawdust, whether it be for my table saw, my chop saw, the CNC, was clogging up the filter really super fast. And a Cyclone eliminates that. I have tons and tons of suction, which I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, it's been working great. I haven't taken the lid off in a couple months on the Cyclone, so we're going to check that out here in just a minute. We'll take the lid off the vacuum cleaner, see how clean the filter is. Before I hooked it up, I emptied out the vacuum cleaner.
Before we proceed, Jerry, how are you going to show us you have
Threw out
suction?
the filter and got it very clean. So we'll get to see, how it looks here. But yeah, my grounding looks kind of janky, but it works.
I don't have any spots, Zolan.
I find a better way of doing this. But
Yeah, I'll fix that, Astro. I'll jump.
That's
all right.
Building up. It
Yeah,
has
it's
plenty
all
of
in.
suction. Here, let me turn on the
Later,
back.
decibel.
Thanks, Kieran.
Liam, I think the diameter of that hose is too large for what you had in mind.
It has plenty of suction. And what happens?
Remember, it's Jerry's demonstrating suction, not me.
It swirls around with Cyclone.
Then it's definitely too big.
The cleaner goes to the shop
By
vac.
many factors.
There might be a minor little bit of dust that winds up in the shop vac, but the majority of it will go in the bucket. And, it's been a wonderful unit. Many companies make very large Cyclones like this that you can buy that cost a lot more money. But for me, being a hobbyist, just wanting to tinker with something and try something out on a small scale, it was like 35, 40, I don't remember exactly. I'll pull it up on the screen here. It was like $30 or $35. I bought this at Harbor Freight with a lid. I bought a bucket to go with it. It comes with 4 bolts and a little gasket. It hooks up in a matter of minutes, and you're good to go. But let me take off the lid here, and we'll see what we got. Lid loose on the Cyclone. You can see the extra dust and debris there. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of sawdust down in there. And let's go take a look at the shop vac. I've already loosened up the lid, but I haven't yet looked in it, so let's see what we got. Wow. And I see no
Hey,
sawdust.
Breaker. Hi, Justin. How's life?
Check the filter here. Yeah, still looks clean.
So, guys, if you haven't already, go over to Jerry's
definitely does its job.
channel.
Definitely works. And,
And go in, watch this and like the video, guys.
Works great. I mean, I would say go to Harbor Freight, check this out, buy it. I'm in no way affiliated with Harbor Freight. I get no discounts whatsoever for saying it. But a lot of their products are great. One thing I do want to do, and I've seen a few videos on it, is around the rigid shop back. There's places where you can put your hoses and attachments. I'm going to run PVC up the side, up in the air, probably yay tall above it. I will cut a piece of wood or MDF, which I've already have it marked out. I haven't made it yet. And I'm going to mount this bucket into the top above the shop back with 4 PVC pipes going down. Once I do that, I can roll that around as one unit, and I won't have to try to drag it around on the floor the way it is. The shop back will roll around. The bucket will be in the circle that's cut out of plywood up above it, and it'll sit there as one unit.
Cool.
It'll be very easy to take apart and clean, roll around, whatever I need to do. But let me show you over in Harbor Freight where they have this at. And works great for me. I'm really happy with it. And it's an inexpensive little unit. Does wonders, works great. No problems whatsoever. So I hope you guys liked the video. And here I'll show you the website real quick. And thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and share. And have a great day. Happy carving or cutting or whatever your project may be.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching.
That's a good point, Kieran. I was about to ask that question. Jerry, did you run an unshielded copper wire down the center of that pipe?
I didn't need to because the hose I bought has one on the outside, and at the end of it where it's exposed, I have it inside of it.
No. The reason why is the wire inside that tubing is encased in plastic and it will not carry static electricity. You need a raw wire.
With it exposed, if it's exposed on one end where it's in the stream and it's grounded at the other, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but you have to have it exposed to the air passage.
Yeah, that actually does function. Unlike
that's why in all the CNC groups, I've seen people that do it that way, and that's why I did it like that.
Yeah, so I would.
See, that's the thing, though, is the bare wire does intersect the stream.
So what you could do is in the middle of the tube, if you want to, part of the wire, peel away some of the inner lining, so expose the wire.
You'll end up causing your hose to collapse.
Then you have to run a wire in there.
I disagree. I think the fact that it is in the stream somewhere, and if it's tied off at both ends, I think you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, but it has to be in there somewhere to pick up the charge.
I mean, that's what he's saying. Is it's the end is bent down into the stream.
Or is it bent back inwards?
So it's exposed at the end and bent down in the stream, and then tied off at the other end.
Yeah,
I suppose it's better than nothing.
Solution.
Yeah.
Walk around with a clicker and just see if it works.
Say that again? Sorry?
So just walk around with the lighter and see what happens.
It was more about static electricity than anything else inside the tube. So
no, it looks like a pretty. I mean, I think you're right, Asher. You need to have at least the exposed wire in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not really grounding anything. But,
right. That's why having it exposed at one end and tied off the ground is.
But yeah, I mean, it's there's plenty of YouTube videos out there of making those cyclone buckets you attach the hose to the side to create that cyclone. But it's nice that there is actual solution out there, and I was excited that Harbor Freight opened up by me like 5 years ago. I mean, but it's I go there once in a while.
I was in my 20s. They were around back then. Yeah, they've been around for
I mean, they had a bad rap for a long time. And
somebody that worked for Home Depot came in back in the day, and they switched out a lot of their products, and a lot of their stuff got a lot better.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some tools. I actually just in one of the tall cabinets that you see on the sides of the workbench over here where I'm sitting, I actually just unboxed my grinder that I got. I don't know. My wife got it for me like 4 years ago. It was like one of their specials. It was like the $6 grinder and another vibrating saw.
Don't finish that sentence.
Well, no, I didn't want you getting excited, and which you already did. So
Something's vibrating.
Yeah, I mean, Harbor Freight is very much buyer beware.
yes,
You can get some
don't
really
expect it.
excellent top quality tools out of there, but you can also get some real stinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're buying electronics, it's worthwhile to get the support, to get the extended warranty, because you can just bring it back and they give you a new one. If you're buying if you're buying a hammer, you don't need an extended warranty in a hammer. It's a lump of steel. Come on, right?
So I actually worked for Harbor Freight for about 5 months. Worst job I ever had. First off, because everything that comes in those trucks is heavy. They don't sell anything that's not heavy.
Puppies. Sorry, I have to go puppy cam. Sorry, guys. While we're talking, we have to go puppy cam. You need the cutest.
Yeah, mine's passed out.
Some more
Got headphones on.
Okay.
Ship getting soft.
But yeah,
I've always said, Kieran, I've always said that in order for my mind to be in the gutter, it needs to come up a few levels.
But yeah, so the thing with Harbor Freight is anytime you buy something like big ticket like that, always get the warranty, because their warranty is not like a lot of places where they'll try to give you like a credit, or like they'll do like a repair. They don't care. The people that work at Harbor Freight don't care. They'll stick it in the back and send it back.
Yeah, you hand it to them. They get another box that says, "Here you go. There's your replacements," and off you go with a brand new machine.
Well, I was going to get the tool chest over there, the Harbor Freight one, but it was almost around the same price as the Husky.
And I bought one like $1,400. I had one in my garage from them. There are
and,
two of
and to
them.
be fair, their tool chests are good. I've got one out here. I bought mine used,
but the only reason why I didn't go with it was because the Husky is a 24-inch wide top, and the General from Harbor Freight was 22.
Yeah, if you're using it as a work surface, I much prefer the Husky ones because they have the wood top on them.
Yeah,
but the General ones, I mean, for just the tool chest, they're fine. But the other thing too with the Harbor Freight stuff is anything labeled Pittsburgh. So that you gotta remember, everything they have is manufactured by the same company. They've got different brands, but they use the brands to differentiate like warranty and sale and like overall.
My rattle gun is Ingersoll Rand from them, and that's the name brand.
You bought an IR part from Harbor Freight?
Yeah, years ago.
Okay, years ago. Nowadays, that's not the case. They don't sell anything
10
that's
years
not
ago,
their own private brand.
I use it on my truck to pull my wheels off. It works great. Always have. Never had a problem.
But yeah, the thing with the Pittsburgh brand, aside from like their measuring tools, all of their hand tools have their lifetime warranty on them. And usually, if you walk in the door and say, "Hey, I got this Pittsburgh tool that's busted," depending on who you get, they'll be like, "Okay." You don't have to show proof of purchase or anything, because it's basically an unconditional warranty on the Pittsburgh stuff.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah,
Hey, Zolan, just a heads up, that's like making a squealing noise into the microphone.
It was?
Yeah, I could hear it. I don't know if the older people could hear it, but I could hear it.
The older people.
You know those like the power bricks that squeal when you turn on.
Yeah, which I normally can hear, but I don't hear that from this.
Yeah, it might have been just a combination of the mic picking it up.
Yeah, it probably was.
You might not hear it normally, but it was like, where the hell is that coming from? Because it kind of sounded like a printer. Then I saw stuff changing on your face. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like a printer, an 8-bit printer printing. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, just I'll do it near your mic.
Are you still hearing it?
No, it went away. As soon as you turned it off, it went away.
Yeah.
Okay.
How should we respond to his comment about calling us old people?
Well, that's you. He wasn't talking about
you're older than I am, John.
Who?
You.
No,
You're not?
no, you're older than me.
Not by much if it is.
Nah, he'll buy a lot.
I'm the
Yeah, it's
oldest
very
one
much
here, so I don't-
towards that way. There we go. The
Jerry's
two old
older than
people.
I am, so that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, how old do you think I am there, Mr. Astro?
125.
That's about right. That's how my body feels,
in your
especially after
40s, I
the
don't
garage
remember how old you
project.
were.
I don't know. I'm guessing 45, 50.
He's
Wow.
not 50. He's early 40s, but I don't remember what.
I wasn't off then by 45, right?
Yeah, Shane, you're what, 5
No, he
months
didn't
younger
say.
than
I
me?
don't think he ever said.
Yep.
Justin says 46.
Okay,
Jerry's older than Dirty.
so here's a funny one. Out of me, Shane, and Justin. Y'all know Justin, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think's older?
Justin.
Justin.
He's older than me and Shane.
Yeah. Even though he looks 12.
He sounds 10.
Yeah. He looks 12, but yeah, he's older. And Kieran is the oldest of us all here. Yeah, we know that.
I
I'm
think
47.
59, I think.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't far off then when I said 45 to 50.
God, you people are old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron is 60. Okay. So how old are you, Zolan?
45.
And plus what?
No, I'm 45.
I know. I'm only making fun of you.
Which is why I was, we had somebody in chat a few days ago whose last, their name had 1976 at the end of it, and I said that was a horrible year because that's the year I was born.
Bicentennial year.
Yep.
Star Wars
What's
came
the
out
age, Chris?
76, 77.
Now, Ron,
Star Wars came out in, I was just born.
I think I was 10 or 11. So I remember there's a picture of me somewhere as a little kid wearing a Star Wars shirt. I'm like 10 years old.
I don't know, Jerry. You're old enough that you had a single room schoolhouse.
Yeah, almost.
It was still it was hunting with
Little House on the Prairie was written about Jerry.
Oh wow. Okay, isn't this how aren't we supposed to be bashing Liam, not Jerry? Since it's a Liam.
We're bashing everybody. Who cares?
Yeah.
Don't take it, Jerry.
But Jerry,
Jerry, Zach is going to get his turn. Don't worry.
You are not alone, Jerry. I actually have an ARP card.
Oh.
They start trying to sell you that shit when you turn 18. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
No, I got it because my wife has it.
Bitter and twisted, like.
The wife is 12 years older than I am.
Who's 77? Steven? No.
Talking about the year.
I think Steven might be.
I think Steven's his early 60s. Like
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
Stephen Poole says 53 and an arrow to him. So.
53, okay.
See what he said? See what Bill Robot said, Jerry?
Okay, y'all. My mother is 54. If y'all want to feel old.
Okay. Your mother is younger than my wife.
I've got
So who's your daddy?
I've got a problem.
Not you.
Oh, man. Now it's getting dirty.
Who here owns a Black & Decker Orbital sander?
Me.
Okay, they're cheap, they work great, and I need to replace mine. When I turn it on, okay, for instance, my sign, I spray paint it, right? I'm going to take the Orbital sander and burn the paint off of it so I can stain it. As soon as I put pressure and start burning the paint, it revs up really super high and it quits stripping. So I pick it up, the revving slows back down. It's like something is slipping. I put a little pressure on edge on it, it'll start cutting the paint. I put much pressure, it revs itself back up, even though it appears to be working fine, but it's no longer stripping paint. It's like something is slipping in it, like a clutch almost.
I mean, mine is like, I've used it like maybe 5 times.
Okay. I need to get, they're only $30 on Amazon. Walmart wants 46. I'll order a new one Friday when I get my pension, but something's up with it.
Yeah, I've got speaking of Harbor Freight, I've got a random orbital palm sander from there, and that thing's been good.
Yeah, I have their palm sander, and I love it. It works great.
It's got the hook and loop round wheels. You just stick on it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, the one that I have, you take the full sheet of sanding paper, and you can get 4 cuts out of it. Basically, you fold it in 4 and tear it, and you wrap it over, and it's got little.
Oh,
clips
the
that
one
hold
with
it
the
on.
clips in the front
Yeah.
and back. Okay, no, I have an orbital sender.
Yeah.
And I love their orbital sender.
What do we got there,
Great.
Tripod?
Well, I got this off Banggood. I was going to do an unboxing of this RC car but everyone else, all the other YouTube people, they got theirs before I did. So, but I ordered mine. I'm sure they got theirs sent to them.
Okay, so my mother-in-law has a wish problem.
My wife used to do that all the time. It's nothing but crap that comes from that.
So I have a remote control car from Wish.
Oh, I'm
But I
sorry.
got to show you. I don't have it in the box. She tore the box down and shoved it in a different box. But
Oh,
you got to
nice.
see this thing. It's wild.
But there's been a lot of reviews of this one.
But people haven't seen your review, so definitely do a review. Not
I
everybody
will, but
likes yours.
I'm gonna probably just mod the hell out of it because that's the only way I'm gonna get any reviews on it. So, but I mean, I look at this car from when I was, as you see, I have a dozen of them throughout my garage, and what comes with this one for $120, I couldn't touch. I mean, there's that red one that's up there. That's what is that? That's a Kyosho.
The Kiron.
And it has what's called Hot Tricks parts on there. And that's the equivalent, that car right there with all the mods it has on it back in mid 80s. That thing was probably about $500, $600. And then you come to this thing and it's $120.
Growing up in Alaska, the only RC cars I could get for a long time had that stupid wire that went to it still.
I remember those.
So put me up big, Liam. I got to show you.
He wants to be big.
Oh, it's too late.
Engorge me.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it looks cool. Oh no, it's controlled by your phone, so it's instantly bad.
That's how many pieces it comes in.
We are not serious.
It's a model.
It's remote
It's
control.
Lego.
It has
No. Okay, just so you know, model does not mean not remote control because just when I put things in my remote, it says model.
Wow.
That is actually really cool.
Well, that's how we used to build RC cars.
Yep.
I mean,
So basically, you got a 1960s kickback.
This is only half of the box of parts.
I would actually buy it to build.
Yeah, like that actually looks cool. That would be a fun project.
Yeah.
Here's the other crazy thing. So she got it off of Wish. I think she said she won it or something.
She won it.
When you
Through her credit card.
13,000 pieces. So when you look this thing up,
Thanks, Jerry.
the only place you can find them, they're like $150, and they're not English websites. And the reviews are all like, as far as I could tell, like Southeast Asian YouTubers reviewing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just basically doesn't exist here.
Is it a Lego? So everyone's saying Lego. Is it Lego?
It's like Lego Technic style. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't say that's a crazy because I built this, and that's 1,969 pieces.
Zolan, post your
5.
Twitch channel, Zolan, and he'll share it out.
Yeah, I will.
If you're
So
not
I absolutely
actually,
do not have the patience.
I have a spanner next to my name, so I can just do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. So
I
I have,
absolutely do not have the patience to put this thing together. So if somebody wants it, let me know.
Whoa, hey, hi.
Zolan up there.
Yeah, so
Hey,
Because I'll take it to work and assemble it at work when I'm waiting for scripts and stuff to finish.
Hey, Zach, if you want him, he'll stand up and do a jig for it.
don't tempt him; he'll dance.
Ask for printer. Why are you big? We
No, yeah, okay. You have to dance for it.
That is
Come on,
that is
Zolan,
the
you have to
size
dance.
flat rate box. It
He's
comes
doing
in.
it.
Say, how does that dance go? I think it was
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough of that.
So
Zach-
we send it to you, so you stop.
Zach, I thought that was going to be like these old RC cars that you
Oh,
actually
no.
built yourself.
No, it's like Lego Technic.
That I've had this one since I was 11 years old. Then then here's
Blasto. Every time.
So what I'm trying to say is this is the priority. It's a flat rate box, right? I'm pretty
Yep.
sure it's a flat rate box.
That is a flat rate box.
That's
Yeah,
my price.
so I know it's crazy.
yeah.
The flat rate box to send it to you in.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, be up all night building these, and they came in bags.
Got a lot of it. Looks like a lot of aluminum on it. That's nice.
Well, they
Yeah.
actually, to me, went to monster truck events and modeled this one off of real monster trucks.
The one I used to have was all plastic, and you run into a curb, and you break the front end on it.
Well, yeah, this one.
There you go, Groucho.
This is what happens when look at the wiring for that servo. That's what happens when it's in the attic for 10 years and all the wires just get disintegrated. The tires are coming apart. I mean, I'm thinking about buying a whole nother clodbuster and just taking the aluminum chassis off and just building a new one.
Okay,
All
go
the
on.
plastic is gone on that one.
My asking price for this is shipping plus a Samoyed puppy.
Hell no.
That would be expensive.
Hell no.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
the
buy
double there.
I can buy a Prusa XL for the price of one of those puppies.
Oh, I know. I was about to say you could probably buy the factory that this is made in China for the price of
But the girl that you just saw that was trying to cuddle me for there on camera, she is pregnant right now.
I don't want a Samoyed puppy.
Oh yeah, Amanda. Yeah, that's right. Those are the ones that the reason why you built the kits was so you knew how to fix it. And it was cheaper for the manufacturers just to put them in part bags and make the manual. I don't understand how they went to ready to run when it takes more time and costs more to make those kits that way. Because you're having people assembling them. And Okamunchen, the Ultima, that's the red one over there. The red one up on that's the Optima. It wasn't the Turbo, I don't think.
I have successfully built from the ground up quads that work. I think I can figure it out.
Yeah. And then the Double Dare. Yeah, the Double Dare was a competition for the Cloudbuster when that came out. Because
Is that your bedroom toy there, Shane?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for people to stop talking about RC cars and then talk to Jerry about this because this is probably what's wrong. I've got one of those Black & Decker, pieces of crap that I hate these stupid hook and loop things. But they have this little screw in the bottom of it. Have you made sure that this actually is pulling up tight?
Mm-hmm.
The little screw that holds the little vibrating piece on.
Okay.
There's a bolt that comes loose on this every once in a while, and it'll do kind of what you're talking about if it's not fully tight.
Okay, I haven't checked to see how tight those are. Mine's designed different, but it oscillates and spins.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's probably because if it's got this on here, this fails eventually. This one is completely gone. It's all worn out.
Yeah.
And you can buy this part to replace it. So.
Oh man, I have a Bosch one or not? No, a Makita. That the whole pad, the rubber pad that you do the hook and loop to, I went to go use it, and it literally just fell apart.
Yeah,
the rubber part just fell right apart, and I said forget it. I mean, I'll try to the whole Makita. Everything's still structurally sound on it, but I went out and bought a Bosch Orbital sander, palm sander.
That's too much information, Luis.
Oh, look at all those stickers equal more processing power.
I have to install Mesh Mixer.
Oh, you want to see what everyone got for Christmas? Oh, well, mine is, I did want it, but it wasn't something that I thought I would get for Christmas.
I don't typically practice Christmas. My work bonus hits the first Monday of the year, so that's usually when the first Monday, the first business day of the year. Let me change that. Nice.
Yeah, it's for since I'm gonna be redoing the floors in the house. This is just to rip boards one after another.
wow.
So it's just literally for like I could be doing hardwood floor through from the foyer into the kitchen and the stairs and the landings. So this is going to come in great use. So it's basically, I mean, it could still do long rips and stuff. I got rid of my table saw, give it to the neighbor. But yeah, that's what I got. And I did a grab bag gift. I grabbed the bag. I did the gift bag for myself.
But yeah, I'm probably ordering a Voron 2.4 kit next week.
Nice. Where are you going to
Lucky.
get it from?
Foreign bot,
So you,
like $1,000.
I like my tools, so this you gotta have rationing.
Yeah.
If you don't have a rationing wrench, you're missing out. Especially, you gotta make sure that you have the 10 millimeter, because that always gets missing.
I bought away the kitchen appliance.
Last time I bought my wife a kitchen appliance for Christmas was the last time I did.
That's what I got for Christmas.
You got the Focus.
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, my review is coming out on it tomorrow.
I actually really like it.
It's a good printer. It really is. Actually, it printed out of the box. Besides the Kaiwus, it literally and the Kaiwu and the Tillery Genius. It was the only printers that perfectly out of the box printed. No issues.
Yep. And only a little bit of tweaking was required to print TPU.
Yeah.
I will say that the LGX they call it the shortcut now, but the flexible kit.
Yeah, I have one. I just haven't put it on anything yet.
Oh my God, that is the best TPU extruder out there.
I've got a wall.
When I rebuild the Frankenender, I was going to rip the Hemera off, and I was going to put the LGX on it.
Yeah.
I sent you the mount that me and Pestle designed, didn't I?
Your mount won't work because the Frankenender is actually a Hemera. It's actually railed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it fits the Frankenender 3 plate.
Right, and I'm no longer running that. Hang on. Where's OBS?
I tore off the hook and loop here on the bottom. I'll have to re-glue it back down. There is no center screw in it right here. It's just the 4 outer screws.
Oh, there might you might want to pull that off.
See this?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that wobble.
Pull those pull those screws out and just see if there's a nut underneath there holding like an assembly on.
It might be. I'll have to re-glue down the hook and loop.
Not. Okay, apparently my
Then I can do a
camera's not
video on it.
Yeah. Zach, do you have the supports that you pulled out with TPU or the TPE in that case? Do you have your TPE supports?
I think I don't know that I threw them away or not. So the thing with the LGX is for your regular hard TPU, you can run your PLA profile on it. I can't find my support material pieces.
Yeah.
This is 40D.
That's very soft.
And look, this was a supported print. And the surface underneath the supports turned out fine.
I tried to do that clock spring. Sorry about that. That phone.
So apparently my new webcam is interfering with my other webcam.
Oh, that's weird.
I tried to do that clock spring phone holder.
Mm-hmm.
And it failed both times on the phone stand itself.
Yeah, I had like 3 fails, and mine screwed up right here, John, right in the center on the honeycomb.
Oh, right. I really liked his designs, but you did the honeycomb. This is the other one.
2 of these screwed up, and on my wife's, It printed, but it broke right here
We
on
are.
the bridge in the front.
I mean, it's like I'm not gonna. I bought it. I was like, well,
Hey, Liam,
go ahead and print it, and it.
blow me up.
That's a
Wow.
support from TPE. Support on TPE.
40D TPE.
And it pulled right off.
Whoa, that camera gets to go back.
Built over bot. That's hilarious.
Anyways, so Zach, that's the current setup for the printer. I'm going to put it on.
I can't say it.
1 second. Let me.
Fancy.
That's the
What was
Frankenender.
Boba Fett first season over on Disney Plus. First
Yeah, I gotta watch some Boba Fett tonight.
Hey, I got a part you might like, Zolan. It's gonna take me a second to find the picture.
Just
of it.
don't watch the new Matrix. That's pretty awful.
Yeah, it needs to be a lot better. It's worth watching, but they could have done much better.
Oh, it was like it felt like it was a made-for-TV movie.
I actually liked it, but whatever.
Oh,
I haven't seen
really awful.
What happened
Anyhow.
to Morpheus? Did he die in real life?
He's well, yeah, because
No,
Nolan's
aren't
camera's
they
giving
square?
problems.
Yeah, I couldn't
You
understand
leaving?
why he wasn't in it. unless he
Leave it,
died in
Shane.
real life.
Later.
Yeah.
Happy drilling.
Yeah.
Charge those batteries.
Yeah, now we know it's really Shane because he's got a drill in his hand.
There we go. Dude, Shane's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. If you ever need a hole drilled, call Shane.
Here you go, Zolan. Share
Uh,
that for me.
Did you watch all of it, Karen? All of the Boba Fett, or just the first?
That's my IDEX G-Tech A10. You see the red
Okay.
part there?
Yep.
Is that a model you would find useful?
no, because I'm running the TH3D Dual Z on that printer.
Okay, so it's a kit to convert it then.
Yep.
So yeah.
And
so
the rails I'm running are from 3D Fused. It's their whole Ender 3 kit, and then I'm running the US Robotics 3-point leveling bed on it as well.
Tourings, how big a printer do you want?
Yeah, that's typically okay. So you go from the average size desktop 3D printer of the Focus to my brother came over and he looked at it, he's like, wait, I gave him my ANET ET5 Pro. He's like, I said it's almost the same build volume as the my Ender 5 Plus, but he loves the way that Ender 5 Plus looks. So,
Yeah. The Cube
no-
design is a great printer.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's stable. It works great. It's still, for anything big or I want to print very accurately, it's that printer. Period. That I go.
Okay, so if you sorry, 1 second. Now, Touring, you want a 300 by 300 by 400, like that would be a Creality CR10 series, or it'd be like there's a lot of printers that size, like the longer LK1 or LK5s, they're all that size. Or what else would be? If you want to go a little bit bigger and a more stable design, the Ender 5 Plus is a great because it's a 350 by 350 by 400. So it's a little bit bigger on the X and Y, but it's a great stable machine.
And you could depending on how big your noggin is, you could do a full size helmet on it.
Yeah. So they're all good machines. Like the LK1 works fine, the LK5 works fine, the CR10.
The original CR10s work fine if they have an upgraded board. I got the originals, they work fine.
And that's what sucks, right? This is why I'm pretty mad at Creality a lot. Is that they don't go back to their older printers and just say, you know what, we're gonna do a refresher. We're gonna put a 32-bit silent board in there, and just tweak some things, and just the Ender 5 Plus 2 or the Ender 5.
Turing.
That stuff with some of their
in the other room, which I'm still wiring, I have a Ender 3 running the Ender Extender kit with the Hemera, and it is 410 by 410 by 500. And if it can print full-size helmets for my 6'9" ass, you should be good to go.
I have to ask a question, Zolan. Why are you printing a helmet for your ass?
Because I know
why
you.
Now Liam is excited again. He's talking about
Because I know
Well,
you.
he said that's what it was for, so I had to ask the question, right?
Well, guys, I gotta get out of here. I got dogs to feed.
All right, man. Take care.
See
Oh,
you.
Karen's back. What?
Yeah, Kieran snuck back in. He did. Yeah.
I never actually left. I just stalked in the background.
Oh,
That
well,
Zolan back in.
sounds about what you do.
Yeah, mate. Well, that's it.
It's been a while
That's all right.
since
The charges didn't stick, so it's okay. There's no video proof. Okay.
I would say if you wanted a good solid stable machine and you wanted something around that size, I do have a strong preference, and John does too, for the Ender 5 Plus.
But I didn't care for it in its stock form. I've modded the hell out of mine. I don't. That's the only printer and the CR6 SE is that I've modded. I don't mod any of the other printers because you know what? A lot of them to me are just good. Now I don't see much to mod on the newer printers. Honestly, they come in with
the fun.
32-foot boards. I mean, it's fun to do it. Don't get me wrong. It's like when I used to modify my PC cases all the time, and you still see that I like to do it with the fans and little things like that. But
fans, vents,
yeah, but it's unless I see a design flaw like I saw with the CR6 SE, I'm not really, or if I want to print high temp materials with all metal hot end, there's really, I mean, I got some stuff that I'm gonna be doing to another printer, but it's all comes from the manufacturer. So
speaking of the 6 SE, remember the modification kit they sent me?
yeah.
They came with the rear clips.
Maintenance kit.
Correct. The rear clips that it came with are slightly wider than the original to count for the packer you put underneath it. There is nothing for the front clip, so there's a slightly wider gap.
Whoa!
Just as
Did you just say to account for the pecker that you put under it?
Correct. They did provide me with a maintenance kit that came with the appropriate heat-proof tape and packers for the screws and new clips to address a certain issue that the Kickstarters came with. So yeah, it's all good.
Could you please spell that word that you're saying?
Packer, P-A-C-K-E-R. Packer.
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 P-A-C-K-E-R.
Yes. I'm hearing pecker.
Spacer?
I'm hearing.
Okay. How about Spacer? Is that more? Does that come through better?
Yes.
Spacer. Yes. That's fine.
So
yes, I've got to use the appropriate term for understanding.
Well, yeah, that's
the
because
spacer.
you're getting Liam excited again. Okay?
No, I'm just laughing about what Bildover Bot said about his wife.
Yeah.
But no,
It's
it's,
like a logging company.
I think it's. I will. If I have time, depending because I got a lot of content I need to produce. That printer's still in the foyer since April. I may have to do a 1-year anniversary unveiling on YouTube for that one.
Oh, no, George, you should do one, and then it's coated with isopropyl alcohol and throw a match on it.
Well, the thing is that they got that new Ender one, right, with the direct drive and stuff.
The new version, yeah.
And
the new one, yeah.
It's like they totally ignored the SE lineup. Oh, it was only 2.
Oh yeah.
But they totally went around them. So I'm like wondering if it's because it was such a bad burn with them that they were just not going to name anything like that again.
Maybe because they got badly burned on it, possibly, yeah.
If Packer can be used as a spacer, I guess. Well, I thought it was more of it fills vacant holes, but.
Guys.
That's right. I've just got a new one for Built to Have a Bot. Then we'll just put this in the chat.
In private chat?
No. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Just a safety rule I adhere to.
By the way, those who are on, guys, I'm going to start doing more on Twitch. So if you're interested, I posted some of the other guys' Twitch channels. There's mine. So if you want to go follow me and subscribe to me on Twitch, I'm going to start doing some hangouts over there. So I might increase the number of hangouts I'm doing Just do one here and do one over on Twitch.
Or do it in both.
Well, no, I'm not a paid member on StreamYard, so. I can't multitask.
And you missed the $10 deal.
Yeah, I'm watching to see if they'll do it again for the end of the year. I'm hoping they will for the new year.
Hey, Ben Brady.
Now turnings. I know with that big longer printer that you're talking about. I forget the name of it. There's been quite a number of reviews on it. I mean, you got to replace the cooling on it if you're going to go with it. Otherwise, a lot of people like it. It's a really tall printer.
Which is?
Is it the longer XL or something? I don't know. It's
all right.
It's it uses those stabilization rods for the Z.
Yeah. I have had the LK1, and it's not a bad machine. Is it perfect? No, but it's not a bad machine. I haven't. I don't have the LK5. I never had the LK5, so I can't personally talk about it. But it seems to be getting okay reviews. But I personally never had one, so I don't know. Has anyone here had the LK5?
No, I mean I got the longer laser engraver. I have to say it's a quality machine.
I have a longer orange 10 resin printer. It's the only longer product I have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Because Carl pinged me on Twitter DM asking about the longer 5. I'm like, oh yeah, I highly recommend it. I mean, for the laser engraver, it's a very solid machine.
They haven't said when the larger. They're talking about a 300 by 400, 300 by 400, I think, but they haven't said when. My guess is sometime mid next year is when they're probably going to do the larger focus. But they are already working on planning to. They're going to look and get more into it once the laser is released in January. So they haven't said any dates, but they are planning it. Probably maybe somewhere between March and June is my guess.
All right.
Is it possible to?
So I'm out.
Is it possible to cut a model in Fusion and then change its dimensions?
You have to bring in the mesh in. If you're bringing in a mesh, you have to.
It's an STL.
Yeah.
You have to convert it to a mesh. That's the problem. And you lose. Depends on the model detail. Doing that will, make it to where you can modify it, could really strip down the details of it.
Oh, so the problem is, where's the model? Here it is. I need to take this model, which I'm going to put out there. Where's chat? So I need to make 3 different sizes of that model, and it's only the height needs to change. The rest of it needs to stay the same.
You can do that in your slicer.
Yeah, but it's a round. So if I change the height, it actually screws for some reason with the curves.
It shouldn't if you're only changing. Show us what you're trying to do.
Talk to Llama. He does a lot with Fusion.
Yeah.
Oh, that won't be a bad mesh at all to convert.
The problem, Blasto, with that with Mesh Mixer is it's no longer supported, and their response is you can do it all inside Fusion 360.
Yeah, so like when I did a scan of this cup, right? Mm-hmm. The scan came out great, but it didn't do a through hole. So I wanted to go ahead and put into Fusion. I decreased the mesh, but this came in at like 2 million splines or whatever. Okay.
Wow.
I had to drop it down to like less than 70,000, and it made everything look like crap. And something as simple as that design, I think you'll be fine bringing it into Fusion and converting it into a mesh where you can modify it. It's very simple, architecture wise. That cup had the scan was so detailed, and I mean, even it made the Miller Lite indented in it, and the whole insignia. That's how nice of a scan it was. But then, the problem I had with the I
Oh.
couldn't modify it anywhere.
Okay, so apparently my computer was just being stupid because now it's working the way I want.
Let's see. Autodesk. Okay. So, what's everyone's plans for the new year?
Being cancelled because we got a COVID outbreak, so they cancelled New Year here.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, I just recovered from COVID.
No. Well, we've got our outbreak is like we've had 10 cases in the last week, unlike Sydney, which just had 13,000 yesterday. So.
No, it's bad here too. I mean, the
The
lines here in Illinois, I mean, just in the suburbs, are just for the COVID tests, are people are waiting in line for 30, 40 minutes. But I mean, I'm fully vaxxed. Wife is, and she gave it to me. So, and
That's the thing. You can still catch it. That's no guarantee, but the whole thing is not.
And the thing is, well, at the beginning they said that it did block it, and now, of course, 6 months later, oh no, it just can lessen your symptoms, which I will never know, because how do you know if it does?
Hey man, how are you?
Because I mean, it's I still have. This was over 3 weeks ago. I still have like some tenderness in my throat from all the coughing that I was doing. My wife, all she had was a cough and congestion. I had cough, congestion. I was had fevers. I had chills. I had really bad diarrhea. I mean, it's
One second, Lightspeed.
It was really bad, but I mean, not like bad. It felt like a bad flu.
There's a link. You're going to come in.
But it's a lot of cases here. And when someone was saying it's unvaccinated, I said no. I get my wife's work. Everyone's vaccinated there, and they had over 30 people call off with COVID. And
that's the thing. But just like the flu, everyone has different symptoms and reacts differently. You got off the sofa, Matt.
Matt, Lightspeed was just about to drop in. Just 1 second.
Well, I'll drop off.
Right. Oh, okay.
I got to drop off anyways. Yes, Lightspeed, they did help. And Z-Pack.
No, so. I can drop off. I'm pretty much tired.
Matt was sleeping on the couch and somebody said giveaway or something. He popped up.
Just hold on 1 second.
The word just drills straight through and he's up like a little gopher. Yep, that's it.
All right, see you later in there, Matt.
All right, take care.
Cheers, Matt.
Take care.
Oh, he's still here. There he goes. There he goes.
Hey, man, how are you?
How's it going, Lightspeed?
He's got the
sticker wall. He's got the sticker wall.
We got the green screen going.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I thought TreePod was ducking me. Thought you were gonna split.
Oh no! Then I saw you coming on, so I was like, I can't do that to the light.
Isn't this thing cool?
You can.
Isn't that inner circle thing kind of cool? I think
it is. I was like, people were like, when I posted it, people were like, "Oh no, I don't give my information." Or what? I said, "No, all I did was ask for my Twitter name."
Yeah,
that's it.
So it's really cool though, because you get to see all the people that you interact with, I guess, the most. But yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I felt honored. I was on your second. I was on your one of your. I was on the circle number 2.
Yeah, well, you got to.
I'm not on any of them.
You got to call me more. Because you got me blocked, Zolan. Come on now. You know why you're not.
Yeah, well, there was a reason for that, and that's right. The case.
No, I don't.
The case is still pending.
Yeah, you do. I'm pretty sure you do.
MKS DLC 201.
Let me see.
I haven't used an MKS board. No. Generally, for lasers, I try and stick with them with full Gerbil boards because it's way easier to configure and set up than using a Marlin board to control a laser. You can do it. But a Gerbil board just makes life so much easier. It's so easy to set up, and you don't have to compile the firmware or anything. You can do all the most of the first settings you can actually run by just typing $ commands. It's way easier.
Oh, I got to change that. I just realized I can't show you nothing on my computer because I got that stupid brown. Let's see. But I just got the rat rig printing like yesterday, so pretty excited about that.
Printing
breaking
or
up.
actually printing properly? There's a difference.
It's actually printing really good, man. It reminds me of like a 1971 Volkswagen Beetle I had one time. I really loved it, but it was broken all the time. It's doing everything that Beetle did except for leaving a little pile of oil on the ground. But
Yeah.
There's
you're not blocked.
there's still time for that. There's still time for that.
I'm
You
not
over grease
blocked?
your linear
not
rails,
blocked.
it'll leave balls.
what's your Twitter handle then?
Jerry,
The
can you
Zolon?
post the link that you use for your laser, your home built laser?
The board.
Oh, the board, sure.
Yeah, because Ben
Yeah,
is looking for a board for a home built laser, and
That's the
instead of
same one.
using
I
an
use
MKS
for
board,
C.
that board is ideal.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah,
Jerry
yeah,
has
that's
one.
Ben reached out to me. I'm like, I don't know anything about the Gerbil boards. So
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Yeah, but Jerry has used one and it works. So that's why I've been recommending, because and if you have problems with it, we can help you configure it. But it's not hard to configure.
It's very simple.
You're going to upgrade your laser to the 40 watt Naomi was playing with the other day?
He was
Liam?
asking about a 40-watt
That's
laser.
an
guy.
affiliate link, but here it is right
well, I mean, there's really no. I mean, you're talking about a CO2 laser.
We're not
Okay.
sure.
It was
exactly what you're
It was a
talking
big
about. He said
beast.
something about
Naomi
a laser.
got a loan of a large 40 watt laser. I mean, it's like about 180 kilos of laser.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben,
I-
there's
it's a big
Jerry's
beast.
link there. Use that one.
I've pretty much given up on having a CO2 laser, so it's just the plus with the space.
When's your fiber turning up, John? Is it being shipped yet, the fiber, or not? The M1?
That one is I should get it beginning of next month, somewhere around there. So it's shipped. I'm just
What are you
waiting
getting,
for.
John?
I'd say it's called the M1 laser. It's a DPSS laser, so I could actually engrave metal with it.
Oh, wow.
Nice
It's
unit.
not- it's they compare it to almost a fiber laser, but it's a lot less power.
Yeah.
Man, I want a
It's-
laser. I wanted a laser ever since I seen that board you made because I thought, man, you could probably sell the shit out of those things. You know?
Naomi
Yeah,
did a
I
video
mean-
this morning with an 80 watt inside of a Volkswagen. Like she said, they loaned it to her for a couple months.
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, I thought it was a 40 watt, not an 80. But that's a big
She
beast.
said an 80, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'd rather have a fiber laser than a CO2 because I would
Ken.
have more interest in a fiber,
I want
50 watts.
both,
Custom
but I
metal
actually want
like
fiber.
that,
But John,
things like
you-
that.
but
need
I
to be
want
allowed to
I want a
touch it.
fiber laser first. I want
Matthew.
a fiber laser first because I want to cut metal.
Matty would grab
What's
it.
the
It
difference?
comes in the door.
Well,
Matty
to
had
cut
a
metal, we know, engraving metal on a fiber laser, you can do with a 50 watt or 20 watt to 50 watt. If you want to cut metal, you're talking about 150 or 200 watt fiber.
Yeah,
And even
I'm
then,
looking at
their
it.
fill volume
I'm looking
is
at
limited
it-
because they got galvanometers.
I'm
What's a
looking
fiber
at
laser?
about an $8,000 fiber laser because I want to be able to cut my own barrels.
Yeah.
What is
Very-
a fiber?
William,
What's
do
the
you want to
difference?
pull one up? They look small. It
it
looks
like
like it has
They
a
are
little key
small.
on the side, but then it has this, this neck that comes out, and the engraving surfaces are only like at the most 200 by 200.
metal.
Okay.
Typically they're 150 or to 180 millimeters square,
Used to.
but they're specifically built to engrave metals. Not,
Yeah.
Yep.
Jerry, can you
You-
do an affiliate link for your affiliate to Yusu? He's
I don't
looking
have
for
an
silk
affiliate
metals,
link
and
for
Yusu has
Yusu.
silk metals.
Yusu has decent silk filament. They sent me a whole bunch of Amazon returns, and it prints fine. Why
Yeah.
people return it to Amazon, I don't know. It prints fine. That's Yosu.
Yeah.
Youusu.
Come on. Yeah.
So this
Carry
is
on.
so to answer your question, this is an M1 laser, Mr. Carve. It was backed on Kickstarter. It's about $1,400. It's comparable to a fiber laser, but it's a pulse diode laser.
Yep.
It's very powerful, even though it's only 2 watts. You would not expect it to do what it can do.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
different
Sergio's
it's
been having a ball
different
with it.
technology.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
DPSS are great. They're a good step between an actual fiber laser and a diode. If you want to do marking on metals and other materials. But that has a galvanometer too, doesn't it, John?
Yes.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it does.
I think it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right,
Yes.
I'll
So
be
if
right
it
back,
has got a
guys.
galvanometer, sorry, Jerry, go
I'll
ahead.
be right back. If you need to kick me out, go ahead. But I'm gonna go blow this out in the garage and put it back together. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What does a galvanometer do? So that's why I don't.
Okay, in the head of a fiber laser, a
Oh, it's got
galvanometer
that-
is basically the mirrors
Yeah,
that
that's
move at
that
really
does have
high
it.
speed
Yeah.
and that actually direct the laser beam.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Yep.
has that, and that's what makes the fiber lasers unique. Is that it's
Yeah.
but there are diode lasers that have it, but they're rare.
Yeah.
But and that's where you see the really fast preview of where to line up your parts and everything.
Yeah. That uses a red laser, like a red pointer laser to align the outlay of your parts when you line them up, and then it switches over to the other laser. Then when it's
There's
doing the cutting.
for the gun communities out there, it's really that's where they etch into metals for the barrels and
For the barrels and the
slides.
receivers and the slides,
Yeah.
Or
and
they
some light
cut-
decoration of them.
Well, you can also
Yeah.
cut, if you got a powerful enough one, you can actually also use the fiber laser to cut extra venting in for your slide and other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wait,
that's a
wait,
lot.
so
Well,
you
you
can
could do
cut-
that with
you
any
can cut
fiber.
hardened
It just
steel with
means
it?
so many passes to do it, right?
Yep.
You can
Whereas,
but you can engrave hardened steel with it.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
easily.
with a fiber you can.
Yeah, so this is what irritates me the most with these companies with these diode lasers. Oh, you can do stainless steel. No,
No.
it's not that. I you can etch stainless steel. Don't get me wrong, you can, but you have to have the correct stainless steel with with minimal reflectivity on it, and it doesn't work. I say I have a 10% success rate.
Better off
engraving.
acid etching stainless steel than
Yeah, I mean,
burning
might
with
as
a
well just
laser.
paint
Yeah.
it and then
Yeah.
let it burn in to the steel.
And it
That's-
doesn't burn into the steel. It actually only marks the bare surface of it.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Or you-
actually penetrate into it. Whereas a fiber laser or a DPSS
Will
will
deblade the
actually go
surface.
through
Yep.
the surface and
Yeah.
actually
It will
leave an
do-
indent.
A,
Whereas
a blade, sorry. It'll
diode
blade the
won't.
surface. Yeah.
One pass will be 0.2 millimeters for the Mr. Car, which isn't bad.
For the DPSS,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. I mean, you will be able to feel it, but you won't be able to really,
Yeah.
with your fingernail, you'll be able to feel it. But then you at least know it's permanent. It's not coming off. It's engraved into the metal
Yeah.
versus just burning a surface part.
yeah. So one is actually
How much is
etching
that?
into the surface. One is only marking the top.
How much does that engraver cost? The M1.
How much
that
is yours?
was-
1200? 1200? Yeah,
I
12,
got
1500. Yeah.
For that
I got
little-
the
for that
super
little bit of
early
a
bird on
builder?
that one, which was 1,300.
Yeah, the original Kickstarter price was like just under $1,100 for the initial ones, but yeah, about 1200. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
can
But you can get a fiber laser for about $2,000.
on.
That's a 20 or 30 watt fiber for $2,000 online, and that will really mark metal properly.
Let me see what my Kickstarter.
And if you want to
was.
cut metals, you're talking about $6,000 for a 80 or 100 watt fiber
So John, you bought it on the
At
Kickstarter?
minimum.
minimum.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
let me-
Are they giving it to you, or are you buying it?
Oh, I'm
Bought
buying
it.
it.
Yeah, John bought it. Yeah. Sergio got one as well, and his
Mhm.
it's really, really nice. He likes it. He does a good job.
So
Yeah,
I'll
but-
throw this in the private chat if
Yeah.
you want to throw it in there, Liam.
Here's a limitation though about the fiber lasers is because they use a galvanometer, their range is based on the size of the area they can work on is based on the lens under the galvanometer that does it, and the height above the material. And they have a set maximum height before to use. So your area you can cut will go from either being, I don't know, the size of a cell phone or up to maybe the size of an A4 sheet of paper. And anything
the
bigger than
further
that,
away
you
you get, the
won't
bigger
be able to
you
mark.
Yeah, mine was $12.99.
Wow, that ain't bad.
So the further you get away from it, the bigger it can cut.
Well, to a
No.
point, yes. Well, they are on those. It is, but it's to a point, because after a certain point they lose power. Because it is a beam, right? Because
Yeah.
the beam will widen, and your lens will dictate. And as well as that, the further away you get, the less detail you will be able to engrave, because it's based on the
That's
lens
Chris.
sitting under the
By the way.
galvanometer will actually dictate how wide it spreads the image.
Interesting. I
The
didn't know that.
resolution drops off as you get further away from the part.
So when are you supposed to get it, John?
Next month. It's already been shipped. So
Hey Lama, how are you?
Unless Matty sees it first and he'll never see it again.
Yeah.
Okay, take care,
Like,
Overboss.
Johnson, you have to have an attachment, right, to like roll the round thing.
Yeah, almost none of them come with you. Yeah, you have to do for the roller. You have to have something that will plug in. I don't think that one has it.
1 second, guys.
No, it does have. It comes with a stand, a V stand you can put a rounded object into, but it doesn't come with a roller. No.
But it's still gonna engrave flat.
It'll still engrave a rounded surface, as long as it's not too tight a circle. You can engrave on a rounded surface like a water bottle or something like that.
But you need to make sure whatever you're engraving though accounts for the curve, or you'll end up with a skewed image.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. If it's less than 1/3 of the diameter, it won't change that much. If you go over that, then you run into problems.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 1/4 of the diameter. Sorry. If you go
So
over
tight
that,
circles,
the curvature goes off too much, and your laser beam is actually covering a larger area, so it actually will skew the image. But about 1/4 of the diameter, you should be okay.
So how big can that Mr. Carve do? As far as like how big of a etch can it do?
How big of a? I'm sorry.
How big of an area can it?
Oh, it's the size only of like it's smaller than like an Ender 3. It's smaller
Because
than
like
that.
a diode laser moves like a 3D printer does, right? So in fact,
This has the mirror on the top. If you look at the link, it's stationary. There's nothing moving on it except for inside where the lens is.
So it can only do a small area then.
Yeah, I think it's only like 150 millimeter square or something.
But we're still a reasonable size, especially dealing with metal.
But when you're engraving metal, typically you're not going to be doing something that huge.
No. And 150 is a big size for a metal object when you think about it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They show in their video they're doing round things.
Yeah, it's only again there's a curvature, and then as you go beyond that, you're going to get some. It's going to stretch, right?
Yeah.
Going around that surface, the text or something, or the image. So you want to keep that curvature to a minimum.
Great videos on.
Now, there might be ways to cheat the system because it doesn't have a rotary, and there's no. I don't believe there's an option for a rotary on it.
No.
But if you could figure out, if you can somehow make it do it in a straight line and trick it to thinking the object is moving, then you could actually build your own rotary underneath it. But I don't know. We don't know enough about it yet to be able to know if you can do that.
No, and that's the thing is there's only
been one, Liam?
No, I'm talking about how it works. So there might be a way of cheating it.
We don't have one yet, so I was wondering.
No, there's only been one YouTube video out on it too. So and I think it's I'm getting it because I've been so active on the comment section. I'm back to number 51. I mean, it's not
that's quick. That was quick, yeah.
Oh, it's not the one 3D print forum just done a video on it and Sergio bought.
It's the same one that Sergio bought, yes.
Yeah, Sergio bought. Yeah, but I don't know.
3D print forum done a video.
No, this isn't the same one as Sergio.
Oh, okay.
No, he got the one that didn't he? Naomi did.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the one that he got. His is a 20-watt fiber.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, because of course I got them one before that one.
Right.
I'm like thinking,
missed it by that much.
Yeah, but because you know what, I would still use it. Okay, I guarantee I would still, but I still want to get
the price difference. The price difference for the
$700
jump. Yeah, half the price.
Oh my god! I'm like, are you kidding me? For a true fiber laser, 20-watt. That was
still a good price for it. For a full fiber, that's a good price. Yeah, was it 2.5? I think it was 2.5, wasn't it? 2.5, 2.4.
Trevor has some nice fiber lasers.
Turing's just go onto my YouTube channel. I have like 6 or 7 videos of the mods I did on my Ender 5 Plus. So you can just watch them there. Sorry about the production value of those ahead of time because that was a year ago before I pivoted to what I do now.
Young and naive.
Yeah, well, I didn't worry about audio and my hands in the camera working on things. Oh, those hands are in the camera blocking everything.
Are you going to insulate your garage door when you finally finish the garage there, John?
It's
Put some
already
insulated
insulated.
panels? Is it?
They're insulated panels.
Okay, it's hard to see from this side whether that's the normal panels.
Typically,
Yeah.
you would see bare metal on there, but yeah, they're fully insulated.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Explains why Bear's happy as Larry on the floor there.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's always a hot dog, so he actually likes it in the garage. When I come downstairs, and as soon as I start heading towards, he beats me right into the door because he wants to be in here.
A few degrees cooler.
I need to insulate mine. I need to add insulation to my doors.
I just did mine a couple weeks ago. I went to Lowe's and bought 1.5 inch foam.
Yeah.
It's got foil on one side. They're 18
you get the aftermarket panels.
But the only problem is when you have it, it's like the like mine has the windows on the top. If they're not dual pane, or it's not insulated on top, that's where you lose power value.
Yeah, water condenses on the inside there and dribbles
Yeah,
down.
I never added windows to mine. I don't want nobody peeking in my garage to see what I got.
Also, I had to do
if they can stand that tall, they're doing really well.
Yeah, I got to do the garage. I got to do the driveway update video too. I have it all. I have it all filmed. It just got put together. Well, I got to do some green screen. So
okay,
that's also why I have to do some questionable. It's gonna have a parental advisory at the beginning. So just letting everyone know it's not going to be made for kids. So.
I accidentally loaded red when the coworker wanted blue.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have dinner.
Cheers, John.
You, man.
Have a great night.
Yep. Yeah, well,
Take care, man. Yep.
Take care, John. I'm popping it. My camera's going on and off because I'm actually eating while we chat. So I wouldn't mind if it was something tidy, but I'm eating chicken wings, and you don't want to see me eat chicken wings live on camera.
The wife just brought home Chipotle, so
got a gift card for Christmas from Subway.
All right, later, peeps.
Take care.
Ciao, John. Take care.
John. Zolon.
Mm-hmm.
Those quilts you've got decorating your room, are they your wife's work, are they? All those quilts?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. Okay, I just wondered because there's quite a nice selection. I like the teddy bear one as well. That was quite nice.
That I don't know where we got it from. But we cover our windows here because we have old single pane wood framed windows.
Yeah, so if
and when the wind blows,
yeah, you know it.
Yep.
No, but I like the teddy bear one you had behind your Focus video. That was quite nice.
Okay, now I may be ready to print. Now that I have the right color on there.
So, what else is happening, Lightspeed?
Well, not much. Let's see. I lost my job of 22 years in November.
Oh,
that sucks.
So I'm scrambling, or not scrambling. I'm not scrambling. They paid me to stay off for a year, so I'm like sitting on my ass a lot and
So nothing's changed.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just sitting on my ass at home instead of at work. But
did you get a job offer in like Missouri for a lot more money and you didn't want to take it? You didn't want to move, and now that you get this company laid you off?
I've had a couple of them actually. One was in Seattle. Actually, several are in Seattle. I'm going back. I'm flying back to Seattle on Tuesday to go interview with another company to be vice president, and one was in St. Louis that I passed on. And then I just got one for Denver today, and Denver might be an option too. I like Denver, but yeah, man, it was unexpected. So, it isn't like, I've never typed a resume in my life. I've seen a million of them, but I've never typed one. So I'm a little out of my element. That's for sure. Sitting on the other side of the table. So
I actually hired somebody to do my resume.
You know what? Funny you mentioned that. I'm not bad. I'm a pretty good wordsmith, but my grammar sucks. And what was interesting is Dan at Slice, I sent him my resume, and Dan's an English major, apparently. And he said, if I can give you some feedback, and he sent back my resume, and it looked like my fourth grade teacher went through.
Red line, everything.
Red pen.
Dude,
spelling corrections.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He made 120 comments on my resume of grammar. And like, I have a bad habit of like, I capitalize everything. Like I capitalize every everything that I think is important, and you're not.
I do
supposed
that too, and my people bash me on it when I type
And
anything
dude,
online. I capitalize.
120 corrections he made on it, and I was like, Dan, thank you, man.
How many pages was that?
I have
It was only 2
written.
pages. It was a cover letter and a resume.
Jesus.
I have written 2 600-page
Hey there, Tim.
technical document books
Oh,
with no issue. Technical editors loved them, but my own resume, I cannot sell myself.
you know what's funny, Zolan, is you know, I for my job I typed things for banks. I type things for financial people, board of directors. I've never had anybody say, "Hey, this dude's got some serious grammar errors." Right? Dan was really the first one, maybe because he didn't have a stake in it and it was kind of unbiased. And you know, I think I write well.
You obviously have not worked hand in hand with a Microsoft technical editor.
Oh hell no! I mean, at the end of the day, I sold seafood, right? I sold fish, so I don't know. I think their expectations were pretty low. For I've been selling fish for 22 years, so I think they're, the fact that I can read and write is a
bonus,
unexpected.
Right. Whereas I'm actually, going out there and architecture and designing monitoring systems for.
Right.
Massive enterprises.
Yeah.
Now I work for a small, well, not small, a multi-billion-dollar craft company.
Yeah.
But so much less stress.
Yeah. I'm hoping this is going to be a good move. To be completely honest, this job was one of those jobs. I got the job when I was 21 years old, and I stayed there. It was kind of not the greatest job. It was a stressful job, but I stayed there because the money was so good, And so it got to a point where, the money was so good that trying to find something that I'm passionate about was just not doable. So I just kind of took it as look, I'm going in, I do my 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And as long as I keep getting the same paychecks, I'm not, nobody likes their job, Now,
that's not true.
I know.
I loved my job.
Now I'm realizing
I didn't like the travel.
And now I'm realizing that people do like their job and that there are things that they're passionate about. And, and to be honest with you, it kind of drove a lot of my negativity. I was just miserable. I go in I dreaded going in every day. And every time my phone rang, my heart would sink. And, I just don't miss it that much. And so, in some ways, they gave me enough money to last for almost a year, and I thank the Lord for that. And I'm just going to find something that I enjoy and that I'm passionate about. So,
the company I worked for 8 years got gobbled up by a Southern California company that likes to park companies off and sell them in pieces.
Yeah.
And when they finally got to my department and I was laid off, I actually thanked them.
Yeah.
So, but Steve, what about Slices? Did they have anything for you over here in the States?
Yeah, so I'm in talks with Slice. We're working. I mean, that's obviously why I sent him in my resume. The problem with Slices is Slices consists of 3 people. There's Dan and 2 other people, and the 2 other people are strictly engineers, and they don't really see the value in having a sales organization, and Dan does, because Dan's obviously the ones that get stuck with it the most. So I've talked to them a little bit. I got basically an offer from Lowellsbot to work for them.
Oh yeah, okay, they're good guys to work with.
Yeah, the problem is always goes back to I got to be able to live, and while it could be a lucrative position, it's gonna take a lot of, selling 3D printers to businesses is a lot harder than selling them to consumers.
Yeah.
But I'm still not. We're still talking about it, to be honest. But I believe in Lowellsbot. I'm passionate about them, just like I am about Slice, and I think it would be a good fit. It's just a matter if I can make it work financially. I might also just do something like that for the next year, because I got a non-compete, so I got to sit for a year before I can go back in the food business. So, I might ride that.
Check your laws, because a lot of those non-competes are not legal.
They are here. Welcome there. I mean, I know what you mean. Like in Oregon and California, they've outlawed them, but they are legal in Washington and they're legal in
Washington State. They cannot put a ironclad non-compete on you if it would cause you to not be able to have a job.
Well, so the deal was right.
I started my employment in Washington State.
Yeah. So I had a non-compete in 2016 when I moved here. It was a 12-month, and it was restricted to just Arizona. When I left my job, they offered me, basically they gave me $175,000 and told me, look, if you want this money, you got to sign this document that basically says you won't compete with us in any market for 12 months. So I was left with a decision. Is it worth the $175,000 or do I take my chances and go try to find a job? I took the money because, I didn't know what the job market was going to be like, and I didn't want to risk it, and I only
especially right after COVID.
Right before Christmas, and I was like, I only had 15 days to decide. So, so I only had 15 days to decide. So I finally just thought, you know what? I'd rather have the money and take the year hiatus than.
And you got options. You got the money. You got options. You're not tied down to have nothing. Yeah.
Well, here's the question.
Even though I made a lot of money, I spend a lot of money. You live to your income. So it wasn't like I had $1 million sitting in the bank account. So without that money, I mean, I could have probably made it to February and been okay, but it would have been a stretch for sure.
Well, the other option is, what about if you work for an overseas company and you sell remote outside of the U.S.?
Well, I'm looking
now
at that.
The non-compete doesn't apply.
Well, the non-compete's only for seafood, right? But Lulzbot is a remote position, and I would love to have a remote position. It would be awesome, actually, to work from home.
It sounds great. I've been doing it for 10 years. It's not as great as it sounds. It's nice to have an office to go into.
Oh, dude. I loved working remote. 100% remote. I loved it. But how I made it doable for me is I took a 10x10 tough shed, put a floating wood floor in it, insulated it, put wall board up, and turned it into
an office. I
have an office in my house.
Take it out of the house. Yeah.
Yep. So I actually have to actually leave my house to quote go to work.
Which makes much better sense. Yeah.
My fear of working from home is all work too much.
I do that anyways.
Job I wasn't passionate about. I work 12, 14-hour days every day.
I have a window open right now, and I'm getting ready to replace a couple certificates at work.
I just want something that I give a shit about. Like I said, seafood was not a passion of mine. Sales is a passion of mine. I love sales. I've always been in sales, and that's where my passion is. And if I can do 3D printing and make a living, even if it's a lot less money, I'll do it. Honestly.
Well, hey, you could become a Canuck. Tim, you hiring?
I've never been a sales guy. I'm always a
Tim's safety standards are very low, so it's okay.
Hey, Tim, I might be
exactly.
You might see me in Canada in 10 months if I don't get a job in health insurance. I'm defecting.
Well, yeah, no, I've always been a tech, so I've never been I've been told I'd be good at sales, but the fact that I have to actually pitch something to someone all the time, and I have to hide certain stuff, because sales guys, let's be honest, they don't always tell the truth.
Yeah.
Right? They spin stuff.
Sales guys couldn't lie straight in bed. We know.
And I can't do that.
But
they took me.
That's actually not totally true. That's true when you're selling cars and stuff. The stuff I sold, it was what it was, right? Like halibut is halibut, salmon is salmon.
Right. In IT, I was a senior consultant in public sector, and they still had me trying to upsell everything. Yeah, and it was just like they didn't need it. If they didn't need it, or if what I would be trying to upsell would make it worse, I couldn't do it.
Think about this, like take Lulzbot, right? Like, what is there to lie about, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's a print, and if they get it and it's total junk, they're not. I mean, you're never going to make another sale. The whole point is to get recurring sales. So I don't think there's a lot of bullshitting in that sense. But every sales in its barest, boiling it down to its thing is making people buy something they don't want to buy.
Are you going, Jerry?
Yeah, I got to get going.
Oh,
all right, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. They
But
came in the mail.
If you only
Oh,
sold
good.
stuff, if you only sold stuff that people wanted, that's in my
Perfect.
business we called that an order taker. So
Thank you.
people that just pick up the phone and you want a printer or you want 10 pounds of this? Okay, great. Those are order
Speed.
takers. Salespeople make
The problem is the problem with having to do an upsell as a consultant who's actually a quote unquote subject matter expert, not a salesperson.
Yeah.
Was also, again, I will repeat,
Ben Brady.
PubSec. PubSec, you can't upsell because everything has to be lowest bidder.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, you're training me to do upsells in an org. I can't legally do that.
Yeah. I told my wife if I didn't have kids and I had no responsibilities and it was just me and I was living in a one-bedroom apartment. No, I know. I'm just saying if I had no
It
kids,
needs spare parts just in case. Spare liver, spare kidney.
You have kids?
Yes.
Oh, damn it, he bred. Ugh.
But if I had no kids and I had no responsibility and it was just me and I just had this, lucrative job living in a one-bedroom apartment and I lost that job and I thought I could do anything I wanted, I would go be a car salesman probably first because A, I love cars, and B, I love talking about cars just like I do with 3D printing.
Would you buy a car from this person? That's the question.
So I think I can sell this.
Okay, guys, we're going to have a vote. Would you buy a car from this face?
Well, he does right now look like a used car salesman. So,
hey, Steve, you'd be like Ben Brady. You'd starve to death.
Let me tell you. So if I had my dream, and I could work at a Mercedes dealership, a Ferrari, something like where you're selling premium cars, that would be the dream. Like that would be my dream job. If I thought
there's your answer.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Not a Tesla.
No, come on, Ben. Don't hold back there, Ben. Tell it like it is.
Yeah, I don't think I can sell any Teslas anymore. I've talked too much shit online now. But hey, listen, Ben, don't be a dick. Okay.
Whoops, too late.
But Chris Mink said he's bought from worse looking guys. So
yeah.
Okay, so actually, if you want a car salesman job, I know which dealership to go to. You can go to Cal Worthington Ford dealership in Anchorage, Alaska.
No.
Now, you will end up in a commercial with the Kodiak grizzly bear chasing you, but that's what they do. Not joking. In the 80s, Cal Worthington, that was what he did.
Yeah. I just love cars, and I think people, it's like, you think about when you buy a car, it's one of the most exciting times. It is kind of a fun job. Most of it ends on a positive note. It would be awesome, I think, to do something like that. But you get like you said, I'd probably starve to death. So,
well, I'd never be a salesman, because selling stuff annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah,
I'm a better SME. And that's what I do today. I'm not in sales.
I hate being called a Smee. I hate being a Smee because I don't know everything about the product. Because if I knew everything about the product, I would set it on fire and walk away.
I don't mind being a Smee because I get in with all these big customers in my job, and like I deal with the federal agencies and so on. And
so do I.
And it doesn't bother me because I like being that tech guy that they turn to when they have questions, right?
When they're desperate,
right? Yeah. But the problem is the problem with being called a Smee
You're welcome.
is when you run into somebody who actually does know more than you, like Kevin Holman. Kevin Holman is who I turn to when I have an issue with my primary product. That man is a Smee in my eyes. He lives and breathes the product. That's all he does.
What's a Smee?
Subject matter expert.
I'm a Smee for my product, so I'm the PM for them. I am the subject matter expert in the company globally for my products.
When I started in sales, I was a kitchen manager at a restaurant, and they recruited me. And I loved talking on the phone selling, but I hated selling in person. And over time, I developed a taste for it because once you make a big sale that's like meaningful and there's recognition and there's compensation for it, you spend it's like a drug deal. It's like you spend the rest of your life chasing that feeling. And so that's what drives salespeople is that
I sold a $2.4 million architecture design, and I never want to go through that again.
How was it? My wife's hiding from you guys.
I can
We don't
understand
fight
that.
much.
Yeah. She just got back from taking the dog for a walk. But yeah, but you spend your whole life chasing that feeling of like that, F yeah, and everybody's high-fiving you, like that feeling is awesome. So yeah.
I'm going to get out of here. It's 30 minutes after my normal cutoff time, so you guys all take care. Speedy, good luck in your hunt.
Thanks.
I actually do wish you the best.
I appreciate it.
My company's always looking for salespeople.
Where do you work at?
Software company.
I don't know shit about software though.
That's why you learn it. But my company's always looking for people.
I mean, that's the thing.
I'll message you on Twitter.
I look at it this way: good salespeople can sell snow cones to Eskimos. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's about learning the subject matter. Like my brother's a millionaire. Been a millionaire. I've seen my brother be a millionaire 3 times in my life, and on welfare 4. He goes through the cyclical cycle of genius ideas and hitting it big, and then he spends it all and falls on his face. My brother's done that his whole life, and he is what I would call a used car salesman if there ever was one. I mean, he just tell you anything you want to hear,
Just to get it done. Yeah.
But you must remember, when you're selling software, as a sales guy, your job is to open the door and get in and make those conversations start.
And then you hand them off, right?
Then you bring your sales engineer with you who knows the product, and they show the product. You have to understand how the product will help the customer and how it works. And then the SE demonstrates it to the customer. You don't demonstrate it. We have a sales engineer who does a demonstration for you.
Hey,
shows you how it works.
I'll talk about anything. I mean, us Irish guys, we got to stick together. So
hey, you talk with me. You talk with us. You talk about anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know shit about 3D printers either. But
yeah,
and
things don't change, Steve.
No, you said it. I was about to yesterday, but I thought tempting. Yeah, that was an easy shot. That was low hanging fruit there.
Don't kick me.
Serious low hanging fruit there, Liam.
Hey, now that Dawn's gone, can I show you guys what I got for Christmas?
Go on.
I don't want to offend him. I don't want to offend anybody. Look what my kids bought me.
Oh dear. I can practice. Oh Jesus.
That's funny.
Look.
Collect them all.
Look. Listen.
We are going to drain the swamp and watch
But how many are in the set?
That's hilarious. That's a great.
How many are in that set? It says collect them all. How many are in the set?
I don't know. You
don't want to know.
At one point, I was kind of a supporter of his, and my kids they think 2 things. They remember Donald Trump or they think Tesla. So they
You brainwashed them, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a picture of them on Christmas with Trump bobbleheads, and they all wanted a Trump bobblehead for Christmas. That's what my kids asked for. I mean, you talk about
yeah.
So I'll ping you my info. Let's so what you can do.
My wife got a vinyl cutter, and so she made this for me.
Priceless.
Hey, Leah, I'll tell you what, I would take.
And your non-compete won't apply because it's a totally different industry.
Yeah. Well, I'll forward you my resume. You can.
No, you apply and you just list my name when you do it. Just mention my name when you do it.
Yeah.
And they're always looking for people.
Yeah. That guy, we can't understand that guy. I'm gonna say, well, I can help you.
I can translate for him.
You can take Jason's job and be the translator.
I just follow him around and tell everybody what he says. Yeah. I'm looking for anything. I mean, I would love to learn software. I've been getting because I was like I guess it'd be a CEO, executive, or a president position. So I apply for a sales manager. Oh, sir, we think you're overqualified for this. I'm like, look, dude, I am not overqualified for anything. I'll take a sales job, a regular sales job. I don't care. I'm not particular. The problem is my resume looks like there's only one job for.
Oh, he's blind. He's blind.
What?
Tim's
He's
just
just
me
responding.
being-
blinds himself.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
me being silly.
He
Tim,
just
how'd
scarred
you
his
get-
retinas.
Tim, how'd your giveaway go? Did it go good?
Went really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extremely
Good.
well.
Everybody get in contact with everybody?
Everybody except one, which I got in contact with today because he didn't fill out the form, but he showed me a screenshot said he did fill out the form, but I didn't get it, so he filled it out again today, and it was all taken care of.
Yeah, I saw
So,
Dan
yeah.
responded today too, huh?
Yeah,
That's
everybody
good.
was
That's
happy.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe Duet told us no.
Yeah, I know. Well, just because I don't use their product, but I have used their product, and I have their
Watch
product.
that one video where you were ripping the Duet out.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
That'll be it. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter whether I use the product or not. That's not what it's about.
That's what
So-
I actually responded to him and said, look, it shouldn't matter what he uses. It's about supporting the community, right? But they directly correlated it to a sales thing.
Yeah.
You know, I get that too, I guess, but
Got myself a new toy. I got where is it? This one. I picked up one of these.
what is that?
You know, it's a camera.
Well, I know, but that's
it's-
crazy.
It's a 4K camera. Okay, so that's this one
What?
right here, and it allows me to. It's a
Fixed zoom, fixed focus.
something
on
like
it.
a 6 to 12 millimeter zoom. So this
much
is
is
zoomed in. If I can go wide, I've got to focus it though.
Hmm.
So I can go very wide with it too.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
How much
and
is
then
that?
I can adjust the lighting is really
oh, you're
adjustable.
the Irish, the focal, the F ratio, yeah.
Pretty cool. So
Is it expensive?
it was like 119 or something. It wasn't
your
bad.
That's cheap.
What do you film on normally?
What camera do I usually use? It's this one here, which is a Sony A5100.
Oh, so you got a nice camera.
Yeah. So, but I wanted a second decent one that was wide because my studio is only so wide,
Yeah.
and I can only back my camera up so far. So
Your studio to us looks pretty big, honestly.
Yeah.
it's amazing what cameras will do. It's about, I'd say it's about 6.5 feet wide.
That's
wall to
crazy,
wall.
man. Because it looks like you're in a big garage or something.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
he is
and
in a
then
big room. Yeah, but the basement is quite
I
big.
mean, it's 6'12". It's about 14 feet long, but it's only 6.5 feet wide.
Well, it's only that now because you put up the wall in front of it. Before it
Yeah.
was a bigger space.
Before it was massive, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
how
had to
big,
make room for the.
How's your rat rig doing?
It's doing good. I actually, I wish I had brought it home. It's at the office, but I finished the first print of that building I was printing.
Yeah.
How did it come out?
It came out great, except I broke a couple little pillars removing supports.
The support.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to slice it with flat
Idea
with
maker?
flash print. I'm going to slice it with flash print and use tree supports. I'm hoping
The
the tree supports will be a little better.
What about doing it in two halves with that pillar join liners and then just take that off? And
Yeah,
the
slice
top
it
and put
above
on
the
the
pillars.
second piece. Yeah, do it as two
Yeah,
halves. Would that work?
That's possible. I could do that. Yeah.
But that way the
and then-
pillars will work. No
yeah.
supports
The only
needed.
other
and
issue
then
I
you
had
just
is on
drop
the
it
roof of the building. There was tiny little pieces representing all the HVAC stuff, and I broke a few of those off by mistake. So I got to print them. But when I do the 150% size, it's going to be a lot more solid
Easier,
on the pillars and everything. So, but it turned out good. I was really
Well,
impressed with it. So.
the printer itself, you haven't had any issues with.
No, and then I've yet to put on. I'm going to be putting the mosquito on before I print
Okay.
anything else.
Hey, where'd
So-
you buy that from? Did you use my link?
No, actually, this was gifted to me from a friend online here. So, yeah.
Oh, that's. Let me see that again. Is that the file that I made for the mosquito or no?
I don't know. I just
Oh.
I just picked that down off of the Eva site.
Hey, so just
So
food for thought.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that the factory fan does not do real good with a slice mosquito. So
okay,
on that fan, on this, I made a housing for that has the 25 millimeter. So you can use the slice fan that comes with
that's
it.
That's what I'm doing actually. Oh, you mean the slice fan versus the big fan?
Yeah, so that one's the 40 millimeter fan.
Oh, okay. And you figure it doesn't work as well,
Right.
or it's too much cooling.
Right. I wonder if I can show you. No. It's not too much. It's not enough. That big fan does not work very well for whatever reason.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's about the CFMs. It's not about the size of the fan.
Yeah.
It's about the amount of CFMs it moves.
The little fan is actually more efficient and more effective. It's a little louder, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
We lost your video,
again, Matt.
Steve.
Damn it.
Pardon me?
I said hello again, Matt.
Hey.
Well, if you have an STL for the mount, I'll definitely try it. Yeah,
Let me see if I
I've
can
still
get my
got the
camera.
little fan.
Yeah, he needs to get his video back.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
working. You can hear
Just
me.
swapping
though, right?
cameras. Yeah,
Yeah, we can
hear
hear you.
fine.
Probably just
Yeah.
kick the cable or something.
Oh,
maybe.
I think this picture's better.
There we go.
There we are.
Here, let me put you big screen so we can share.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you see how I made it where the 25 millimeter fan is on there?
Yeah.
And it's got a bigger duct, so it draws in. Yeah, so it doesn't
And
draw
I
from
did,
the
are
side.
you using, you're using a BMG pusher, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm using Bontech.
The LGX or the BMG?
Oh, probably the BMG.
Yeah. The BMG is good. And if I were you, this LGX been a nightmare. I wouldn't mess with it. But
Right.
and then I made my own spool holder that sits off the front.
Okay.
Hey, HG.
Yeah, I mounted a
That's
spool
the
holder
rat
to my.
rig.
Because the rat rig one goes on the back, and I don't know
Yeah.
about you. I'm 6'2", and I can't reach the damn back. So
No, I made a. Let's see if I can get this camera up there. I made a spool holder that I mounted. You can sort of see the big spool on the end of the wall there.
Oh yeah,
Because that's my 2.5 kilogram spool, and it just feeds right over to the printer, no problem.
But when you have it mounted permanently, right? Like the problem.
Yeah.
When your table finally turns up.
Well,
Just hang it above it.
Then I need a solution. Yeah.
The
Well, no,
problem,
what I have to do is hang it directly above the printer, so it's always pointing. It feeds straight
On the
down
ceiling,
into the
yeah.
scooter.
Yeah.
Ceiling pipe.
the problem
Yeah.
is this mesh. The mesh table is 40 inches tall, so the
Yeah,
mesh
5 by
table
5
is
by
really
5.
tall. And like I said, I'm a tall guy, but it's up against the wall, and
Hmm.
so I made a comment on Rat Rig. I'm like, how are you supposed to use a spool holder if it's against the wall? You know, and you don't got room all the way. You got to have room all the way around the printer to use it. So I
Right.
wanted to have one in the front, but it kept hitting the extruder. So I made that one that leans out. But I'll send you the files for that too.
You could also get
Okay,
some
cool.
extrusion and mount it on the top of the rat rig, like off the side of the rat rig,
Yeah.
and put a pole between them, and that would then whatever way the rat rig moves, it moves with the rat rig because it'd be hanging
Yeah.
above it.
Yeah. Well, I plan to have the Palette Pro 2 above there as well somehow. I gotta figure it all out once I get my table. So, yeah.
Yeah, but HC, that is the 5 by 5 by 5. It is.
So
Yeah, one of the cooler gifts I got for Christmas is this light. It's my mother-in-law gave it to me. So basically, this is your standard light. Then you pop this head off, and you pop on this head, so you have a maneuverable thing
Well, that's
here.
nice.
Then you can pop that off and pop on this little. Whoops!
Is a pallet
Kinda.
too worth it?
Flexible. Really nice light.
I've heard
Yeah.
mixed feedback on the pallets because I know people
Yeah.
who got them tuned correctly and they're really good, but getting them tuned is a pain in the neck.
they
But
are.
once you get it, if you can get it right, it can perform. But getting it there is a pain in the neck. It's a nightmare to get there.
I love it, and it's tuned really well. My very first print tuned perfectly on it, but I've never used it. It's been sitting on my shelf for a year. I
Yeah.
just figure it's time to get it out and start using it.
Yeah, it's
I don't
all
know
about
for
getting
what.
it tuned right. If you can get it
Yeah.
tuned correctly, it can be a rock star of a device. But if not, now also remember with a pallet, the pallet has you use purge blocks, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So you have a lot of purge. The larger you print, the bigger your purge block is going to be. So you are going to waste material when you're doing that. Just keep that
Big
in mind.
time. Yeah,
A lot of it, yeah. And the more color changes you do, the more material you're going to waste because your purge block is based on not only the size of your part, but how much it has to purge. So you can end up, if you do lots of color changes, your purge block could be bigger than the part you're printing.
yeah. It absolutely. The biggest challenge with the tuning it is getting that Bowden tube length right, because
Yeah.
you've got to tell it the distance between the pallet and when it actually hits your hot end. So, and that's the hardest part to tune.
And it's a pallet and a nozzle, isn't it? With the actual tip of the nozzle, isn't it?
To the tip of the nozzle, yeah.
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 Oh, it's still lost at sea, so it's still somewhere on a boat somewhere or stuck in a port somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
pallets I've seen some pallets perform really beautiful prints. and I've heard horror stories
I
of
heard,
people throw them out windows because they got so annoyed with them.
Yeah, they definitely take a lot of tuning. I know that for sure.
Yeah, but if you
I
once you get it there,
had an MMU2 that I had that thing printing, filament frenzy quality that good. But it's like anything else. It's like juggling. You can keep it going for a while, but eventually you got to retune, and it just became more of a headache than I cared to mess with. So
Yeah.
now
And
a tool
for the
changer,
cost of it,
a tool changer. I'll tell you, if this thing with my job hadn't happened, I'd have one on order right now. But that intrigues me. The tool changer is the future, I think.
well,
And
Yeah.
frankly, we
it
can
is.
do that on these rat rigs. I mean, God knows there's plenty of room. That's for
You
sure.
could add a tool changer to the rat rig easily enough.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have anything that big that has a space for it, and you didn't want to pay the amount of money that you're using for a pallet, you could always go something like with 3D Chameleon as an option, because that will do that. That's pretty much doing the same thing. It just does filament retractions is what it's doing, right? Which
Yeah.
is slightly different than the pallet, but you could do a similar effect with and with that you can have up to 36 different colors.
Yeah. I don't know that one. I mean, I had a chameleon on my Flashforge Finder. You hear that clicking in the background? That's my bearings clicking, Tim. That's the bearings. The bearings are going bad, and so they sounds like plastic cracking. And so only when it hits a certain spot, I hear it going. And I was going to replace it, but I thought I'm just going to let it go until it breaks.
Until they break, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they breaking already? Is that the bearings that you're using for your belts?
Yeah, so the bearings did not have the bearings they're bolted relatively tight, and they weren't the pulleys weren't designed for it. So what ends up happening is the bearings are basically falling apart. They're supposed to have a crush tube between them because they don't use shoulder bolts. So like the Railcore uses proper shoulder bolts. So that one has Gates pulleys on it and shoulder bolts, and the pulley sits on the bolt nice and tight. The problem with that rig is they use 25 millimeter, 30 millimeter regular M5 bolts, and so the pulley goes over it and it's like sloppy. So what happens is it gets out of I don't know exactly what happens, but the bearings basically start falling apart. So you need to have a crush tube in there. So the new ones that they have, they're sending out with crush tubes, and they sent me some replacements, but I'm just deciding not to replace them until they fall apart.
Are they sending replacements without you asking, or did you ask them for them?
Oh, no. I had to basically beg them to.
Oh, okay.
Not beg them, but here's what happened. I had one bearing go bad on the X-axis, and they said which one is it, a smooth or a tooth? And I said it's a smooth. They said okay, we'll get one out for you. Well, I'm like, that's gonna take and it did. It took like 4 weeks to get here. I said, can you send me like
send a set? Yeah.
I go, can you send me 4 smooth ones and 2 tooth ones so I can at least replace the X-axis altogether? And they finally agreed to that. But yeah.
Well,
so if one's going to go, they're all going to go around the same time for the same reason,
they're going to
the same tension, the same printing. Yeah.
Because even if you do replace them, the ones that you haven't replaced are a weak point.
That's true.
They'll wear faster.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening. They're starting to fall apart now. So.
What did you get there, Matt? A nice box of goodies.
He's got an airbrush.
Oh, air gun. He got an air gun. The other question, Matt, is why didn't you buy Louise some more resin for a printer? A book doesn't quite cut the mustard. And Lego doesn't quite cut the mustard. Why didn't you buy more resin for a printer? He's wondering, how did I know that?
Buy the camera somewhere. She never told you about the cameras? Oh.
No.
Oh,
and why did you disobey her hands off on her focus? You ignored her sign she made. Why was that?
Well, in the US that means peace sign, but in the UK it means something rude.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's laughing in the
Louise heard
background,
that.
we can
Louise
hear her.
heard that as well. She's laughing. She heard that.
She's laughing
Don't
in the
worry,
background,
Louise.
we
We've
can
got
hear
your
her,
back.
yeah.
We've got your back, Louise.
That's funny.
No, I'm
No,
actually.
Louise, you need to do what happened in school. When he puts his hand on something that's yours, you get a wooden stick and you crack him across the knuckle so he won't do it again.
Crap.
That's why I've been
camera
doing
off.
these. I mean, printing these off for the wife to keep the wife happy. I don't have to see these.
More than twice?
Full marks to work out what they are.
I didn't see them. Sorry, one second. Let me make them full large screen. 1 second.
They clip together.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Full marks
For
to
what
work out what
purpose?
they're for. Candle wick holders for making candles. Just
Oh,
spin the
wow,
candle
okay.
wicks over the body, so you can make it as long as you want. Nice big candles. So small
That's what I was
candles,
going to say.
and then you make bigger ones. So it's quite good. So I made a pile, and she gave them all away. Then she went to do her own, and she found she didn't have any. Had to make some more for her. Because a friend does them as well, so she gave all the ones I made for her away to a friend, and forgot to tell me to make her some more. And I haven't got any. I've melted the wax. A bit late now. Take an hour to print some more off. Too late. So that takes more for her. Happy wife. You don't get
Oh,
choked in your
Tim?
sleep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
his description should be in the about section.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it now and see.
Yeah, I know I've gotten it there before.
Yep.
I'm in the process of gluing right now my city together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
how
you
many
see it
how
on
many
the floor.
panels? How many panels altogether was it? Is that 4x4 or 5x5?
4x4, yeah, 16.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
You gonna wall mount that and backlight it or what?
No, I don't have the money for it right now. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna reprint it and do it brand new. But I just want to get it on a flat surface and glue it on and hang it on the wall.
What is it?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a cityscape. It's a New York
All
cityscape.
right. Okay. Yeah, the one you're printing. Okay. Yeah, I remember it.
So, Chris Mink, just go down to the section below the address. It says details, and then you got to click the button to reveal the email address.
He's in Canada, Chris. Just say Tim in Canada. I'm sure it'll find him.
They don't
There
have
isn't that many
email up in
people.
Canada.
There isn't that many
Just say
people
Tim,
here as Canada.
Tim, eh?
But it's
Yeah,
real
that's
easy. It's dwit3dcanada@gmail.com.
There it is. Lama's got it right.
Llama, yeah, dwit@maplesyrup.land.
Yeah, take off now.
No, they had to crack open the good stuff now because they're running low on the volume, weren't they, Tim? They've had to actually get into the reserves now. Yeah.
Right, Ben. Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, Ben.
Take care, Ben. That's funny.
See you, Ben.
Well,
when
at least
is
it's not
this
the
maker
Lego
for?
blocks on the floor, Louise. They're more dangerous to stand on those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tim, when is this Maker Fair, and are you bringing the rat rig?
Yes. Well, the Maker Faire was supposed to be in May, but I applied today. They accepted my application, but it's in October now, October 28th and 29th.
They're pushing it because of the unknowns with COVID.
Because of the unknown, exactly. So yeah. So and I'll be bringing the rat rig. I may bring the CR30 depending on how that goes this year or next
If it
year.
gets built.
It'll get built, but depends how things go. And then I'll probably 2 or 3 printers, a bunch of prints, and I'll print some stuff. I'll hand out some stickers and decals and cards, and I'll give away some 3D printed things. So I don't think they're going to charge me to attend it because they've yet to mention anything about booth price. But I'll get a 10x10 booth. So
nice.
Where's that at, Tim?
it's in Calgary. It's a Maker Faire that's happening in October down in downtown Calgary.
That's nice.
Touring, I think it depends on what you want to print. If you're doing models and so on, PLA is fantastic and it's an easy material to print. If you want something that's strong, that's actually structurally strong, that can be used in a practical application, then PETG is a good way to go.
For
You don't need a heating
fly
kit or any of
cases,
that for
framings.
so it's easy to print. But
PLA
touring
Plus or
settings
PLA
is
Pro.
hard.
Yeah, PLA Plus or PLA Pro is good for most non-load bearing stuff.
Actually,
Cases,
yeah,
frames.
PLA is extremely rigid.
Yeah.
The PLA's weakness is its low temperature.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
know.
it's low temperature, but it's also brittle. But if you
Yeah.
want something that can take a bit of load of any form and have a tiny bit of flex, Petchy is the way
ETG's
to
fine.
go.
Yeah.
And if you want to get, and if you want to get into something that doesn't have that flex, then you go ABS. But ABS, you have the issue of the fumes that you have to have a
Fumes
chamber for
and
it.
enclosed cabinet. Yeah. For
Yeah,
heating.
and then the higher temperatures above that, like some of the PCs or any of those, you need to have an enclosure for all of those. You need to have fume extraction because they get really messy and they're not healthy.
In regards to manufacturers,
IC3D.
basically what works on your printer may work fine for you, but not for me or Liam. So you find one that works for you, stick with it because they tend to be consistent on the manufacturing.
This is what
regardless of it.
I like G-Tech.
This is what Prusa's carbon fiber PC looks like, and this stuff is so awesome. I had to draw magnets and stuff in it. That's why it looks funky. But you have to have one of these to do it. That has a HEPA filter on it. And you'll notice that it looks really, well, you can't tell from here, but all the panels, the polycarbonate panels, or the acrylic panels, they get covered in this white soot. And PC just puts off this nasty gas that makes the whole thing, your printer, your hot end, everything gets this white soot on it. And if you don't filter that air, that stuff is nasty.
That's gonna be nasty. Yeah.
It's carcinogenic.
Yeah. This is kind of like the difference is like, I mean, PC versus like PETG. So this one's PETG, this one's PC. So
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, PLA is super strong for 99.
Yeah. For most stuff, PLA is fine.
If you're not in a hot environment or there's no, whatever, PLA, like Llama said, will work just fine.
Yeah. As long as it's not going into a car or something, it's fine.
Petchy.
Yeah.
I like IC3D's Petchy, and they actually have a recycled Petchy now that prints at a higher temperature, but it prints almost as easy as PLA does. It's
that's
really
what this
nice.
is. That's what this is, right? Oh, you can't really see it, but it's right there. And that
the green?
table, that's an IC3G or IC3D.
Is it the recycled or is it normal?
It's not, but I have like 10 spools of their recycled. I got it at Murph, and
it
their
prints like a
recycled
dream.
stuff is really good.
It prints like a dream. It's beautiful material to print with.
It does, and it prints basically like PLA for the most
Just a
part.
higher temperature. PLA at 240 is what it is.
Right.
And you just remember Petchy has to be dried before you print with it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, well, I'm going to take off. I appreciate you letting me on, Liam.
I will ping. Of course, you're always welcome, and I will
You're
ping
learning
you
speech.
on Twitter with some information so you
sounds
can
good.
go see if.
Yeah,
there's
good
any
luck,
interest for
Steve.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of
Thank
course,
you,
mate. Take care.
Tim. Thanks.
Take care.
See you, Matt.
Yeah. So you got a free roll of Focus PLA Plus. PLA Plus with Focus is nice material. It's got slightly higher temperature tolerances. And you printed about 220 or 225. We've seen that one before, have we, Matt?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
That's in reason though, isn't it?
No.
No, that's
Not
FDM.
resin.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you probably have
he's
posted
working
this
through.
today
You've got
on
4 or 5 to
Facebook.
do, haven't you? Yeah. So
I made like 9 so far. So I have still
9
have
different
to-
books.
Yeah, I have 12 actually. 3 on the printers and 9 ready. And I have to print another 12 basically, or 14 of those.
That's probably a couple of weeks' work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of Petchy, especially for practical parts. If it's just a model to put on a shelf, PLA Plus from Focus is nice material. I printed with it, but if you need anything strong, Petchy you can. It is like you can do better than Petchy, but you can't do without an enclosure. And the
But like
recycled
old
Petchy
Curmudgeon
is
says,
really good.
PLA Plus, PLA Pro, but temperatures vary on hot
Or
ends, on
HC
printers, on cooling.
Yeah, you
So-
can get HC PLA as well. So high temp
yeah.
PLA,
Yeah.
you can get
Now
that
find-
up there. But
Find a
if you're
couple
gonna
of
do that, you might as
brands,
well go
just
Petchy.
try them. Yeah. He was tired,
That's
tripod. He just got out of bed again. Yeah.
Yeah, I
he
only
had-
need
he
a
had
cat nap and I'm
He had
back
a
up.
power nap on the sofa. We heard him snoring.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, she brought the microphone over. We heard it.
Yeah. We saw the room vibrate. The whole room shook.
Yeah, I believe when pigs fly.
Yeah, well, that's what you're saying now. But you know, just scroll back about an hour and a half. You'll see it.
Yeah.
He's doing that now. He's just doing that now. Yeah.
Yeah, every
You're
time
being
I see
called out,
tripod,
see?
he makes me so sleepy, you know. I just fall asleep when I see tripod and he starts talking.
Oh, tripod, he's saying you're boring. Are you going to take that lying down? Come on. Come in here and defend yourself, man.
He's still eating, I suspect.
I don't know. He has to come in and defend his honor now.
Why? Hello, Mini Matt. Tim, sorry. Hello, Mini Tim. Hello.
Sure,
Go ahead.
Blasto. Yeah.
Hit that like, subscribe. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
There's a link, Blasto.
Yeah.
I have to fix his magic wand.
That's a fun name for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he break the string?
I did.
Yeah.
I did most of mine before the holidays. I want to start in the new year some new stuff. I did those antlers that you did, Kieran.
Yep. They
I
come
did
out
them
look good, eh?
I did them in gold and silver on the
Yep,
IDEX.
yep.
So I had one with gold, one with silver. And so when I had people around at Christmas dinner, everyone had a different. It was all
One,
different
yeah.
colors.
That's what I did with the red and the green, and looked really good on the table too. They stand up, and with the napkin, you got the nice antennas on the napkin. They look really good.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. How
Hello.
are you?
Hey, Blasto, how we going?
Okay, I love the shirt.
This last thing.
Okay, thank you. I will put batteries in that.
I'm an Irishman. I love the shirt.
Thanks. I like it too.
You can put some LED strips behind the. Oh, too much
You've
crap.
seen every time you haven't seen any of mine. Every single time you're on my stream, you'll see it because everything behind me is printed. All of these are all 3D printed, like the rockets and so on. I do a lot of stuff like I do practical parts. I like showing this, which is for what I use for my telescope. That's PETG. That's IC3D PETG. I do some resin printing. Not a lot, but I do some. I'm mostly I do other stuff like 3D printed prosthetic hands
Why?
for people who have no hands.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, you just want an extra hand, or
No.
What do you print?
Come on, Josh. So I do a lot. I did Toys for Tots before before Christmas, and that was
we have some trouble again.
1,000 prints on Toys for Tots. Yeah.
Yeah, that was almost 1,000 tots, 1,000 toys for 1,000 tots. So I do a lot of stuff like yeah, they're far away. I also do some.
We have some trouble again. Yeah.
No, I've kicked them. I've got them.
These are for the blind, so the blind can learn and navigate the night sky. They can learn the shapes of constellations and stuff, and follow a planetarium show through touch. And there's one of these.
Cool.
These are my design, and there's one of each for each season. I have 4 of them for each season. So I do a lot of stuff. I get involved in a mixture of things. I'm involved with the global 3D printing project, which is actually where we've all printed parts for people all over the world, and the parts are going to be used in for a Guinness Book of Records attempt to do the world's largest 3D printed model. He's got some parts there for it. So I have 3. I did a couple of parts as well, and they're all out of PETG. and they all lock together. So and they become a large model.
What is the model of?
It is the model is a large model of a nurse with her hands out holding the globe in her hands. Because of COVID, it was a representative of that, and it's also a Guinness Book of Record attempt.
Yeah.
Cool. I love
I report then hide old curmudgeon. That's what I do to them. That's why I vanished. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that to Ireland and help assemble it.
Yeah, I won't be able to make it over.
How dare you? I wouldn't take extra time off.
The Falcon 9 here is 3D printed. That's PG. This Starship is CLA.
That's Fab 365s, isn't it? The Starship.
No, that's not that's not his one. No,
Okay.
different one. The Mars rover, Perseverance rover is 3D printed.
Real coordination.
Other than the Saturn V here, everything behind me is 3D printed. Like these guys.
Whatever that was sounds like a robot trying to hack up some phlegm or something.
I know. That's what I was laughing at. The sound it was making.
What the hell is that, Tim? What is that?
It's a toy Ethan got for Christmas.
A polar bear. Okay, couldn't see the front of it. Polar bear.
Yeah, you shoot little balls and they go in his throat, and if they get in, you hear. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to put batteries in it for him. I'm on battery duty every Christmas. So.
Shoot the polar bear in the mouth.
I do a big mixture of stuff.
Game for kids.
I do a lot of charity stuff. Like Matt does a lot of lithophane for charity. I do a lot of other stuff for charities, and I also beta test printers. So if anybody saw Narice's stream today, he was unboxing a new printer. Yeah, I've had that printer for the last month. I've been testing it for them. I didn't do a stream on it because at the time they told me you shouldn't, and then they found out, oh, we were wrong, and you could have done a live unboxing a month ago, but it is what it is, right? But I was on there helping Narice, giving him pointers as he was going today, because he got stuck in a few spots and I helped him out. So I do a lot of beta testing. If you saw the intro or the opening when I posted this, the image. That's one of my setups that I have in my base, and I have another room with more printers. But that's the one when I'm using more of my printers, the ones I use more often is out there. And I'm big into IDEX printers. I have 4 of them, so I like IDEX machines because I can make stuff faster, make duplicates faster.
Fancy.
Well, I got lucky. If companies seem to like sending me, even though I don't have a huge following on YouTube.
God knows why.
God knows why. Yeah. Like and subscribe, as Tim's son said.
Yep, that's it.
But I get a lot of machines because I'm good at identifying issues with them and stuff, so they like to send me stuff to test for them. I've been lucky like that. So I get machines before other people do, or I get them when some of the big streamers do get them. I get machines at the same time as them,
Nice.
which is kind of fun. The most of them ask for 10,000 followers, 10,000 subscribers, and I've got 550, and I still get the same machines they do. So in a lot of cases. And I also get some off brands that most people don't hear of. Yeah, I do lasers as well.
Yeah, that's pretty critical, curmudgeon, I must admit.
What about having a house to live in?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I do get a lot of lasers. I've done some CNCs. That's fun. I'm not just a 3D printer. I'm a maker. Like I have a small gas-powered metal forge where I can actually melt metals to do metal casting as well.
Have you fired that up yet and given it a go, or not?
I fired it up. I've run it. I melted just to test it out. A couple of soda cans in there, and yeah, they took about 30 minutes. But once it got hot, they melted down in no time at all. And once you get one melted, you can just drop in others, and they melt really fast because it's already at temp. But yeah, I've done a bit of testing with it, and it works fine. I'll do more in the spring. It's just too damn cold outside. I'll do a bit more of that in the spring. I'll probably start casting some stuff. Hey,
What
Jim,
are you
how's
gonna
life?
do?
Jim's here.
Hey, Jim. You gonna get some flask molds and molding sand and
Hey,
off you go?
Jim.
Yeah, well, I'll make my own. Well, I won't buy the molding sand. I'll make my own green casting sand.
Yep,
It's only sand and clay mix. I want a
Yep.
15% clay and the rest sand, and you
I
mix
thought
them up.
they
And then
added
you
some sort of an oil to it too.
no, they don't. I don't know. It's
no.
actually just
Because it can
moisture.
contaminate. It can contaminate the pour.
Yeah. So it's just water. Yeah.
But what about your mold? You know, just use flask mold, just two piece molds.
Well, I
flask
can do that, or I can actually
just box
use
molds, timber
I can
molds,
also
just
do
timber molds.
you do a vase mode print in plastic,
And let
and
it
then do
and let it burn
and do
out.
lots
Yeah, let
of
it burn out.
casting,
Yeah,
and I can pour in, and it'll just burn off the plastic.
burn out. Yeah.
You're welcome to hang out and lurk if you want to, Jim. You're always welcome to come in and join. So
It'll
it's
get
up
you
to
off dishes anyway. It'll get you
Yeah,
off the
we're only
dishes,
on for
Jim.
another 20 minutes or so, so you're always welcome to lurk, of course, if you want to. A lot of people don't know what 3D printing is. You know what you're saying there about your surprise. When they see how much about fun stuff and creative stuff, especially if they're into arts and crafts, 3D printers are great. Then they see the benefits of it. That's your reason to buy more.
What's the reason to stop buying them?
I don't have one yet. Oh, that one.
That's the reason to stop buying them.
Yeah.
Receipts and no money.
Yeah. Well, again, I've been
The
lucky.
only reason.
I've been lucky that I have companies who send me stuff, and I test their machines for them, so I don't end up buying them. I have been very lucky. Maybe it's the Irish in me, the gift of the gab. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have been lucky that way. I've still shown a lot of machines recently. I have more on en route at some point.
Yeah, I've got to get more printers. My little CR10 is.
Here I am trying to get rid of them.
I'm actually planning to add another. I'm planning that probably by March. I'm going to add another rack to put more printers because I'm running out of space for them.
Yeah, I've just got the one.
That's the one I got. Just the one. Yeah, just the one. That's I'm allowed to.
Can we eat that, Tim?
Huh?
One's not enough.
Can we eat this?
Well,
it's not a cat, Liam. It's not a cat, Liam. So
no, that wasn't me. That was Matt.
That was Liam.
I like dogs, but no.
like
at
Liam.
one point during the pandemic part when it was at its peak, I had 20 printers going at any one time, printing stuff for COVID for the hospitals. So I was running 20 machines at a time. All of them doing face shields and ear savers.
Yeah.
That's what I was running.
You can. Oh boy.
You know, that's one thing I've always said
careful
about
what you wish for.
Jim and Chris Riley and even Joel.
A lot
They
of
keep
new
getting these
faces this week,
printers
I
to do
see.
reviews, and they can't catch up to them. I don't know why they don't go to some of these companies and go like, look, I have like 20 printers here. I'm not going to get to yours. How about I send it to Joe Schmo and let him review
Well, they do. Well, see, they have that option. Like, so I did a review in conjunction with Joe at the 3D Printing Professor. So he had a backup of machine and he couldn't get to it, so he sent the machine to me. I did a testing of it. I grabbed all of his B-roll, all the B-roll stuff for him, and then we jumped on the stream together. And we recorded and basically
cookies are
an
done.
interview.
I'll be right back.
Cookies. That's important. What the hell are you doing on a stream when you got cookies?
Yeah, don't forget the milk.
I just had a brownie. It was awesome.
Cats are jerks. They're really,
One
and
of those
apparently
funny
they go
brownies?
well with chili sauce on the barbecue.
A funny brownie you got? No.
Yeah, I just think it would be cool to spread
Hey,
out
back. How are you?
the review units a little more. I mean, I get the companies want the big guys to do it because they get more views. Blah 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 blah.
But Lama, it's down to whether or not they want to start doing that, and
Yeah, I know.
some of
Hey,
them
back
are
seven.
willing, some are not.
And Boot Disc is here, even. How about that?
Yes, we know Edge of Check
how
likes
are
to
you?
wash his Orioles in water.
Well, these are
I mean,
sugar
I could not,
cookies.
I could not
Why-
understand that.
I don't
No,
get
you
that.
cordial,
Why don't you just
you
know?
leave the package open and they'll be stale the next day?
Exactly.
That's
So
big difference.
they don't last. They don't hang around long enough to get
Stale
soggy.
Oreo. Ugh. And who could think an Oreo is
Yeah.
too crispy?
You have let out a very nasty secret,
You're a
Jim,
weird
saying
dude.
things like that. Yeah, that was very, very nasty.
Okay, you have to try. You have to try you have to try lemon Oreos. Then they're the best on the
Yeah.
planet. They're better than normal
No,
Oreos.
no.
I actually like the blonde, ultra thin ones. They've got these thin Oreos now.
Yeah,
I
but
like
the
those
lemon
better.
version are really good. The lemon
Lemon's
Oreos are
alright. I'm not a
fantastic.
big lemon
So you
guy. I like
guys
the
have Oreos. We have what a biscuit called Tim Tam. Tim Tams down here.
Okay, here's the secret with Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
You get a Tim Tam. It's like an Oreo, but it's a rectangular shape.
And
you
it's
bite
covered in
off the
chocolate.
corners.
Covered in chocolate.
Yeah, but I bite off the opposite corners, dip it into
squeeze it out.
tea, and
No,
then
no,
suck the
no.
tea up through it.
Dip it in port and suck your
No.
port through it.
Tea.
Port.
See, no, in tea, it's really good. I like them. I like Tim Tams.
Yeah, I like the vanilla.
Well, if you
Oreos,
think
too.
about it, is it really that
Lemon,
weird that
too.
Jim or
Bacon
that Jim dips his Oreos in water? If you dip them in tea, that's technically water or coffee. It's just water with stuff in it.
I
So,
don't get technical on this now.
I mean, it's
That's my.
you know.
Yeah, but the tea
You know, it gives me the hard
and
time
the
for doing
coffee
that.
and the milk add flavor. Water adds stale.
That's true. There is. What if it's like Kool-Aid or something?
Depends how drunk you are. Could be okay.
Dip it.
How about
I tell you what,
10?
here's the solution. Dip it in Irish whiskey. Solved.
That's it.
Right?
Port. You suck your port through your Tim Tam. Drop. Yeah, that's the best way of doing it.
You know, a good red wine and Oreo cookies is actually pretty good.
Okay, Jim.
Chocolate and wine. Yeah.
I
Why
don't
not?
dip them in
What
the
wine?
wine. I eat them along with the wine.
It's actually yard clippings water.
Cheese supposed to go with wine? I
So
mean, just make it
philosophical
like
questions now.
take
We are,
the
huh?
cheese and then make a hole in it and suck it through the cheese.
No, you
Wine.
use the cheese and crackers to clean your palate between sipping your different bottles of wine. You finish a bottle of wine, cheese and crackers, next bottle of wine.
No, I'm not. I don't drink, so I don't know. So
I'm going to get soft.
Water adds softness in a pinch.
Softness, come on.
It's just that's not softness, dude. That's stale. Just leave the package open if you
Yes,
want stale
Nada,
Oreos.
that's the right way. You use it like a straw. You bite the corners off and you dip them in.
Exactly,
And,
exactly.
and then when you start taking the taste of the coffee, you pop the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah.
And that's how you do
the
it.
thing with Tim Tams.
Do
Maybe
they have
Tim has
Tim
got
Tams
problems.
in the U.S. I don't think I've ever seen one.
You can get them. You can get them.
You can find them in some stores here, yeah.
I think I've had them.
They are very, very nice, especially some of the gourmet ones with salted caramel and everything else. There's some nice custom
Yeah,
brands
yeah,
down here in
really
Australia.
good.
Salted
Yeah.
caramel.
Dip it in pickle juice.
How about them 3D printers?
Yeah, I know someone who drinks pickle juice. Just
Well, some people have problems, okay?
Vinegar,
Yeah,
vinegar's
but-
nice. I like vinegar. Vinegar's quite good. Or pickling,
I like
yeah, pickling
vinegar, but
vinegar.
would I just
Yeah,
drink it?
vinegar's
No.
good.
Now, this
I've
is
drank
a
sweet
family-friendly
pickle juice
show,
back in the day when I was
Jim.
younger.
Right? Talking about dipping
Yeah,
it
when
on all sorts of things.
drinking
Come on, it's
glass.
family-friendly.
But this is Liam's stream, don't forget. So there is a lot of latitude.
But there must
Especially
be.
down,
Anybody
especially
do on
down,
this here,
down latitudes, the worrying thing.
Oreos and
release the elephant
salsa,
hunting
Oreos and nacho cheese. You know, all sorts of strange.
You
things.
got your
Oreos
elephant,
and nacho
elephant
cheese?
hunter there, Matt, have you? Has he turned up?
yeah, I got elephant hunting dogs. You know. Come on, where the doggies?
You know, your dogs are so small, they're probably not big enough to chase mice.
No, they run up the trunk and choke the elephants to death. That's what happens.
Doggy Oreos. That's so nasty.
It's good, but we have to kill it because
Here you
of
go.
But
See?
That's
Jim,
Nothing
elephant
big enough to
hunting
chase
dog.
mice.
Dorito flavored Oreos.
But now she's tired,
No.
so she's half
Hey,
Sorry.
Louise. Bye, Louise.
But Jim, I think didn't you say you wanted to start your cyberdeck project soon? I know we have a few people in here from the Cyberdeck Cafe.
Yeah.
Including the Cyberdeck Cafe.
Including the
Hi, guys.
Cyberdeck.
I have to admit, I haven't started
No, little
into the
dogs are a pain in
Cyberdeck.
the
I
butt.
haven't.
Sorry.
I don't have time. That's my problem.
Yeah. I know Jim wanted to start his project soon, though. He mentioned it on the last Hot Makes.
That's a dog.
That's not a dog.
No.
It's elephant hunting dogs.
I agree.
Elephant
hunting.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had a dog.
Lily.
I have a Shepherd Husky mix. She's big. She's the size of a German Shepherd, but her back is brown and black like a Shepherd, and her on her side, her tummy and so on is white, like a Husky.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much.
with a husky.
Pretty much.
Otherwise, they're always.
No, she's not a big barker. My dog isn't. She's quiet. She only barks when there's something around.
They like to do that little howl of theirs, you know. And
yeah, let me find a picture of her.
Well, it is cute when they do that, where they try talking. That's pretty cute.
The Huskies? The Huskies are very vocal. Yeah, she's not vocal now. My dog's not. But Huskies are very vocal. And if you do something they don't like, they'll tell you.
Yeah, Cyberdeck Cafe, which is Boot Dusk. He has a really cute dog named Jake. She's a
I'm
real
going to find a
cutie.
picture of mine.
She has hairy little feet.
Mine is she's fairly large.
Here you go.
2 German Shepherd Husky mixes. Yeah, they are great. I'm just trying to find a picture of her.
I love my dogs.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of dogs. I've had them all my life. At one point, we had 6 dogs when I was growing up.
I was never allowed to have a dog when I was younger.
Two bloated rats. I'm kind of with them. I mean, yours are all right. Most people that have those little dogs are yappy little pain in the ass. Hate them little.
Hey, anyway, you need to come on here more often. That's funny. You got an open invitation to come on here anytime you want to.
I did say
yeah, we talked about
Cyberdeck.
Yep, we did say Cyberdecks, yep.
Yeah, I mentioned that Jim wanted to start his project soon. I want to get a dachshund, though. I would name it Kielbasa. I think that would be a good
Here's
name.
my other dog.
Joe Bossa.
There you go.
Yeah,
Kielbasa.
There's mine.
That's a dog.
No, that's a dog.
Yeah, she's the size of a German Shepherd.
No, that's a cat.
But she's got. Do you see the kind of dark coloring on the back?
That is a
I'm
classic.
sure it stalks your dog all the time, Matt, really waiting for it to trip over and be eaten, yeah.
And her,
Yeah,
and
that
her
happens,
back-
though.
her underside-
Our neighbor has a little Yorkie, and we have
That's
a
her
lot of
sleep.
like
That's her lying.
hawks
Oh,
around
that's her
here.
lying down.
One day you just hear and that dog's toast. You know,
She's white underneath. See the way her tummy's white. Yeah, so that's my baby. She's 8
I
years
like
old.
Tripod's dog too. In the corner
Bear?
of that thumbnail for the laser video with the safety first, and he had the goggles on. That was cute.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
That's not Paddy Red.
That's more than the first.
Thanks, mate.
Actually, Matt's 2 would probably be a snack for mine.
I know next dog what I'm gonna get in another Chihuahua. I'm gonna call it Kraken.
Extruded dog food.
You know, this guy I worked for a long time. I remodeled a bunch of his houses. He'd buy houses and sell them, and we'd remodel them. But he had 4 dogs, and 2 of them were Great Danes, and they were huge, like monsters.
Yeah.
He had these 2 little Chihuahuas. And I will never forget this Chihuahua one day. The Great Dane was like walking through the living room or whatever. I mean, these things are big. They're like chest height on me, and this thing's like snipping at its heels, and you just see the Great Dane look down, and he's like, Are you gonna keep it up? Are you gonna keep it up? And he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and he just goes. And the little dog is just like pinned on the floor, and going, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and the big dog's just got his paw on him.
Just looking at
like
him.
in a cartoon. It
But
was
the
the
thing
funniest
about big
thing. I
dogs like
almost
the
fell
Dane,
on the floor laughing so hard.
yeah, the big dogs like the Danes, though, the Great Dane has only got a lifespan of about 6 years or so.
Yeah, they don't last very long.
Yeah, all
They
big
are
dogs have a very
huge,
short
though.
lifespan.
I have not
These
had a
things
wiener
were, like,
dog before,
They were,
but I
No.
would very much
purebred. They
like
were
when
some
our
kind of
neighbor
big
had one.
fucking.
His name was Odie. He was, I don't know, I think they're just adorable, especially when you put them in those little like hot dog costumes.
No,
Those are so damn cute.
wiener. You know those dogs? I have a different name for them. I call them German draft excluders. They're long. The sausage dogs. Yeah, lay them by the door, keep the draft out. That's perfect.
There was a Halloween thing a couple years ago with like the little hot dog, and they put it in an alligator costume. It was like running around the street on Halloween chasing people. They were like, alligator!
You know Matt Farmer? He just posted that he's positive with COVID.
Yeah, he told me. I didn't want to say it till he did, but yeah, he tested positive today.
Who did?
Matt Farmer.
Oh.
Akuma Mods. So that's why he didn't join us, because he's been sick.
Oh man.
And he posted
Matt.
heavy.
Too much time in quarantine.
That's good.
That is funny. That is good. That is real good.
When you're 58 days in quarantine, you got to pass the time somehow.
Just for like a wiener dog, so they don't hurt themselves with their backs, you just get them those little steps, those little stairways for like going onto the couch or something. They're usually okay.
That's funny. Yeah, but that's what they call the wieners. I just call them the Datsuns. I call them German draft excluders.
I find it offensive.
Why? You're on our stream. You know what it's like here. We've said worse to you. You know that. Yeah. Kieran has said worse to you.
Yeah, often.
I remember that it was World War III, and this time we Germans will win it.
Oh my gosh. If you don't learn from the first two times, try again. Right?
Exactly, until you get it.
See, I couldn't say that now, but a German man can get away with saying it.
Why do you think I'm in England? I'm one of the invading forces.
Ah, but you're German.
That's
that's how you're doing it. Okay.
I'm gonna get you with my 2 elephant hunting dogs. No, that's from the ankle.
That's funny, Matt. But see, I get chastised for doing that, but since he's German, he can get away with it.
Yeah.
Not with dogs like that. Well, apparently Jim has been entertained.
Yeah.
While he's doing the dishes.
Oh, I mean, doing dishes or listening
Eating
to
Oreos.
to us, it's
Chihuahuas are good if your burglar breaks in, you just feed the burglar to the dog.
Wouldn't that be the other way around with a Chihuahua?
Huh? Probably like half a year's food for them,
What are you sharing, Isabel? Okay, he's got more. There we go.
If you don't like Dobermans, you can always have a flamingo.
Oh, good. People have way too much time and time.
Exactly. But hey, COVID let your creativity come out, so that's fine.
Doesn't use
your creativity.
One of those printers sounds a
what's the
lot
other
like a
term I've been looking
screaming
for?
wife.
Your I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'm sure there's a better word for that.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, well, that's it. People have pets to pass the time. You can deal with them as you may, or like Liam says, if in a wok with chili sauce. But whatever.
That's funny. I never saw those images of dogs before. That's funny. I've never
Yeah,
seen
the
anything
Dachshund
like
one on
That
stilts
is
is just
good.
so funny. Yeah,
The first one's better, but the pink flamingo one
yeah.
was cute.
Pink Flamingo is another option, which is quite funny. So
Dachshunds are very dress-upable dogs.
Which
They
are?
are. Yes, they are. I mean, you can do a hot dog
The other
that's
one was
funny
when they
on
put
multiple
spider
levels.
costume on them.
yeah,
Alligator, like you said, spider. I've seen that one
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. For the Dachshunds and Halloween are quite good costumes for them. Quite a few.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've never dressed a dog up for Halloween.
It's
It
just
sounds like
mean.
a shouting parrot or something. What is that?
Not mine.
No, I've not
Oh,
even printed on my
it's
side.
probably mine upstairs screaming and playing.
Oh, the kid upstairs. Yeah.
Now, there was a whining or a humming sound. It could be the fan blower on yours, Matt, blowing across your tube. No.
Oh,
The
then
only
one
time
of
you
these
get about
printers.
where kids screaming and yelling is when they
Well, he's
stop.
running 3 printers right now, so maybe.
You know they're
Yeah,
in
maybe
trouble.
one of your things is. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Lunch.
Matt's got mice.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
he brought out another one of his dogs.
Yes, rodent.
Oh, wait.
Hamster.
Rodent. He's got a rodent. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Cat food.
this is the cat. Sorry, this is the rabbit from the Holy Grail.
It's the cat's chew toy, literally.
I was gonna say, why is the cat eating that?
Yeah.
The dog has the elephant. The cat's got a chew toy. Here we go.
No, that's my attacking hamster. You know.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm really scared.
attack! Come on, come on, come on, come on, move! Attack!
You know,
Why you wanna attack?
Matt, you've got
Well
high
trained, I tell you
aspirations.
that.
Well, see that? Enigma said he's more afraid of your hamster than he is of your dogs.
Me too.
Yeah. Somebody's having fun upstairs, Tim. Anyway, which is good.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see that, Matt?
What? I'm
Did you
not-
see that
I'm
message?
more afraid of.
He's talking
More
about your
afraid
hamster.
of your hamster than he is the dog.
Oh, I know your weakness now.
Oh man.
Oreo water everywhere. So you're just like standing there washing the dishes, Jim, and you're just taking Oreo, running under the sink.
You have to
and
wash
then-
those dishes
That's
all
it.
over again, Jim.
He's spat it out twice now. Once for the Doberman and once with Matt, saying the Jim was going to win. That's funny. That is
Are
funny.
you using soapy water so it's wiping on your throat easier too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That was the That was my
That
goal
means-
when
That means we
This
just done
time-
our job, right?
this
Doesn't
time-
that mean we've done our job?
And,
We've entertained, right? That's why we're here.
yeah, when Tim was building his rat rig, my aim was always to make Jason lose it. And even when Tim was doing his giveaway, I actually got Jason twice on the giveaway stream. Jason lost it twice on the giveaway stream. It was funny as hell.
This time, when the Germans take over, they will not kill people with guns. They will kill people with hugs and kisses.
Hmm.
The Germans are very cuddly people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Germany?
Yeah,
I
I
have.
lived there.
Yeah, I've been to Germany as well. Yeah, worked there for a while. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to bed soon.
Well, you do your dishes on Oreo water, okay? Jim, you've got issues.
So sad.
Man.
Yeah, I used to work in a with the elderly, like in a nursing home or a long-term care thing, and some of them, you know, you have to have like the pureed food, and then you'd add this thickener called Thicket, and because it would, you know, help them be able to swallow. Maybe we can get Jim a jar of that, and we can just blend his Oreos, and
Ooh, that's a good
that way,
idea.
you know,
It's just nasty.
that way you don't
It's
even
not
have to
so
swallow. It just kind of just pours,
Slurp it in.
down
Let it
there,
slurp
just
in. Yeah.
slides on down.
That is so nasty, that stuff.
Don't give him ideas.
Thicket is really gross. It
He'll do
really
his cream
is.
out of it. You know he's
You know
going
when
to
the
turn it
food's
into his
bad, when
cream.
you add that thickener to it, it doesn't even look like baby food anymore. It looks like bad Jello. It's just
To me,
nasty.
it always looked like if you ever bought like gravy in a jar when it's cold, it gets kind of
Yeah.
half congealed.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like that.
It's like
It's
congealed
it's
fat.
really gross.
It's nasty.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's probably all it is just fat,
I tell you what,
cornstarch and fat.
send a jar of it to Jerry. He's probably listening out there. Send it to Jerry. If he what's that stuff you got? Marmite, or not Marmite? Is it Vegemite? If Jerry will eat Vegemite, he'll eat this stuff.
It has no flavor. It's completely flavorless.
Yeah, it's just
But
it's
if you're
more
mixing
texture.
Vegemite into it,
Thicker to make it so they can swallow it. I don't even think it's to make it so they can swallow it. I'm thinking it's so it'll stick to the spoon or fork better.
Well, it's to so that it doesn't run down so fast because they lose the reflex.
Get one of these. Get one of these,
know
Josh.
now we know what Kieran has been so quiet.
Just what you need, a large version of that. It comes in different sizes. It should be okay.
I know
All
someone.
right, we gotta get Jim one of those, and he's gotta wear it on.
There you go. We got one for you, Jim. There we go. A new present for you. Wear that in the live stream.
Wear it on stream. Soggy wet Oreos.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We get one for Jim, and the challenge he'll have to wear it on hot mix the whole through an episode.
And show us how it works with the Oreos as well.
And show us how it works with the Oreos.
A box of Oreos, but I'm gonna dump it and
Well, that's it.
in a jar of water.
Send him the bib and the Oreos. Yeah, and a
Tim,
bottle
you've lost
of milk.
video. There you are.
Wet, soggy Oreos.
So we pick on Jim, even though he's not on stream, we still pick on him. So that's quite good.
He's just rolling with it, so it'd be funny.
Yeah,
I can handle it.
No,
Well, I decided to start this big thing.
okay.
Oh,
150%.
Yeah, taking up a good portion of the bed.
Oh, he says he has some for his son.
No,
Okay.
that's what he says. He has them for his son. But
Well,
the
he has
breweries
to
are
do
there.
it.
Convenient cover.
On this upcoming Mondays, on the upcoming Mondays stream for the hot mix, you'll have to wear it all the way through the stream.
Don't talk about it at all. Just act like it's not.
Yeah,
even
and don't
there.
mention it. Just wear it all the way through the stream.
Don't even acknowledge that it's there.
Yeah. And if anyone brings up in chat, act like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, yeah.
Just brush right over it and keep going.
But Enigma makes a nice comment there. It looks like a twisted bow tie.
Yeah. Do you accept the challenge, Jim? He'll probably do it. He doesn't care. Let's see if he answers. He says yes. It'll be funny.
No
Okay.
hot makes this Monday, but he would do it for tips the following Monday.
I think I'm gonna take that slot and I'm gonna build the rep box finally, and then give it away.
Cool.
Give it away now. Maybe
With
two of them.
with custom ends or the original ends.
Custom ends and everything.
Do it for tips,
And
okay?
I'm gonna give away some custom ends, and I'm gonna give away some Big Tree Tech boards, and I'm gonna give away some motors if people want them. And what else do I got to give away? I don't know.
Whatever's not nailed down. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. See his next comment. See his next comment. There you go. You can hold a row of Oreos in it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you need. Here's the solution, right? Just say that you've been put up on it. You've been given a challenge, and people have to donate to the stream in advance for you to follow through with it. And if you pick a number, if they reach that number, you do it live on stream, and you wear that through a stream, and you pick your Oreos out of it throughout the stream, and act like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, just line it with Oreos so you can just reach into it and pick up
Yeah,
Oreos.
just fill it with Oreos. You can pick them out and eat them as you go through the stream.
Yep. And have a little glass of water in the bottom
Your
so you
Oreos
like
in
reach
water
up
as you
and
go.
shakes them off.
Oh dear.
Everyone is in agreement with this, Jim. It's a great idea.
I do think it'd be a great idea.
We'll remind you.
Someone
Jim,
has to
don't
remind us before the
I
stream.
will
we're
remind
forgetting.
you, Jim. I have your email address. Don't worry.
So we got two. Monday week. There we
Okay,
go.
so not this coming Monday, but the following Monday.
Yeah. It'll be the
the
Oreo
board has been
special.
thrown down.
It'll be Jim's Oreo special.
Yeah. No, don't even do that. Act like it doesn't even exist. Just go the whole way through it, with the Oreos in it,
Make
and you
short
eat.
circuit.
Well, and pick your Oreos out of it with a glass of water and dip your Oreos in a glass of water and eat them throughout the stream. And
With no
act like it's
comments.
totally
But
normal. That'd be funny. You'll get huge hits for that one.
Dumps Oreos into water.
Yeah, that's
I like
his thing.
that. Or you could print a really tiny rep box and put like Oreos in it instead of spools.
Yeah, but he has to use the bib. Come on.
Yeah.
The bib is making it even funnier because people will notice the bib, and he can act like it doesn't even exist.
Should he wear a diaper?
That'd be a fun stream.
That dumps the Oreos in the water. Oh my god, that's an awesome idea. Plinko. You do Plinko when it goes down into the glass of water.
Yeah, but
you can have like different beverages along the bottom. Like the losing spots would be like water, and then you'd have like milk and I don't know, orange juice or something.
No, you have a backpack. You know, like here in Britain in the pubs, we have alcohol on a rack, what twists, right? We'll make a backpack where you just go like, and then have a shot of tequila or twist it around, have a shot of rum, and you know.
No, but he's been called out for dipping Oreos in water. Are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm out. I gotta go to bed. I can't stop
All right.
We're probably gonna have to get going too. I gotta get those cookies off the sheet before they bond to it permanently. So,
all right, man.
Just to make it easier for Jim, Liam. Just to make it easier for Jim. They do exist. They do exist. So just to let you know.
That's so funny. No, but the baby's one would even look better.
Yeah, it'd be funny, but like Enigma said, it looked like a bow tie on him.
Yeah. But it'd be so funny. It'd be so small. You can pick up the Oreo, dip them in a glass of water, and eat them throughout the stream.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cheers, Jim.
How did you get my pizza?
Well, he did have less hair than you, Jim, I must admit.
That was Jim after the haircut.
Yeah, definitely after the haircut.
The last time Jim joined us on stream, he was at his. It was before the Murph.
He got the haircut before Murph as well, but that was only very trim.
He joined our stream. That's the last time he was on our stream, like actually on video. And his
sister trimmed it. Yeah, sister trimmed the Murph for his Murph
that image
appearance.
You posted was after the haircut. All right, guys. I think we're going to call it. We're going to go running.
No worries.
All right. And Jim, I will remind you. Don't worry.
Yep.
So, guys.
Bye, Tim. Bye, guys, and stay safe.
Guys. It's been fun.
All right, everybody, stay safe.
Okay.
Thank you for hanging out.
Happy New Year.
First of all, I hope you all have a great New Year.
Yep.
Right?
Can't be any worse than last year, so that's fine. Yep.
Don't get too drunk. Right? And if you do it at
home. Define too much. Too drunk.
So you lose your ability to see. Not cross-eyed, just see.
Never had that problem. Never had that problem. Come close.
If you fall down and don't worry about it.
Take care, Jim, and take care, everybody. I hope you have a good New Year. We'll be on again next Wednesday, and don't forget, Jim does not have a new stream. Have a hot mix this coming Monday.
So Monday the 10th of January.
Yeah. Jim will have his hot make bib special stream. Bib and Oreos. Take care, guys.
Bye, Louise.
And I will
Stay safe.
see you in the New Year.